Bang bang.
Seriously?
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Pull up, bitch. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
Objection. Objection.
I will fuck you up. KO. Bang bang. I will fuck you up. You're a bitch, bro. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang.
Witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor, the Commonwealth calls Trooper Michael Proctor to the stand. Please state your name and spell your last name for the jury.
Michael Proctor, Proctor.
You're a bitch, bro. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Welcome to the Weekend Live Show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
Apache Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stands, leave it closed, buddy, and
hey, you a funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtle Boy? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. I'm not a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody.
You're not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, log out.
Let's get this party started.
Yo, what's up, people? How's everyone doing out there tonight? Good? Good. Oh, am I disappearing into the fucking screen again? Hold on. Okay. That's not bad. The shadow. Nope. I don't know about that. That's good. What about this? A little crease there. You know, that's doable. I think I can work with that. All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aidan Kearney. I go by a variety of names, nicknames. You can call me Turtle Boy. You can call me, Uncle Turtle Boy. I prefer Dr. Turtle Boy, if I'm being perfectly honest, because if Judd Welcher gets to be a doctor, then I definitely get to be a doctor too. You can call me Daddy if you like. Can be weird for some people, but playful and flirtatious for others. So I won't mandate it. Also, derivations of that you can call me like Fridge Daddy is a new one. Crowd Daddy. You can call me Journalism Jesus. What else? A. Timothy Kearney. That's my true crime name. It's my Facebook name too. Follow me on there. I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. And make sure you smash that subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss an episode. And I realize I'm a couple minutes late tonight. I was at Fenway. Just got back. Made it just in time. And yeah, give us a sub. Bro, I don't know how I'm losing subscribers. Like on Twitter, I cracked 150,000 like a week ago. And now I'm back to 149.9. What's up with that? And now I can't tell you how long I've been stuck on 163,000 on YouTube. I remember it was like 163,800 something last time I checked. Now it's 788. Come on, people. What's going on here? So I see 3,300 people watching on YouTube. I bet you 212 of you haven't hit the subscribe button. Help us get to 164,000. During the trial, I would gain 50,000 subscribers. Can we get another trial? Like the Adelson trial isn't cutting it. No one gives a shit about it. I hate to say it, but like I find the Adelson trial entertaining to a degree. It's just not nearly as entertaining when the defendant is guilty and it's like a grandma. Like that's, I mean, she's guilty as sin. There's no deny. I don't even know what the case for Donna Adelson is. I don't even know what they're going to say that, it was Charlie. Everything was I don't even know what they're going to say. And, people saying it's very, very boring this time. It's the same as last time. Although there were jailhouse snitches for the first time when they brought out those broads. Those are some ratchet ass hoes they brought out there. Those two jailhouse snitches. Donna Adelson is apparently a grandma. She became like the prison marm real quick. Like, I don't know how that happened. She's already got baby. She was trying to get out of jail a couple months ago because she said she was being bullied in jail and attacked and this and that. Turns out she's I've seen Orange is the New Black. I know how this shit works, right? The old grizzled Russian lady, right? She gets she has a team of crackheads that she counsels and, keeps clean. And that's her only rule is no drugs. And she keeps clean and helps you get through a tough time. Right. And apparently that's the role Donna Adelson has taken in jail, except she's doing it to get them to lie for her. And they all ratted. Apparently you can't trust these jailhouse bitches. They all immediately snitch. They're oh, I'm definitely going to use this to my advantage. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. She gonna die in jail. She gonna die. And Donna Adelson, by the way, has not even thought about that possibility. Neither did Charlie. When Charlie was Charlie's fucking, he was worse, but he had no shot. I can't believe it took him this long for these people to be arrested. What were they waiting for? They got him dead to rights, and it took 9 years to get him. And I just don't understand what took him so long. And I don't think it's crossed her mind at all that she's going to be convicted. No shot at all that they're going to come back with any sort of acquittal on anything, And yes, Taz, I agree with you there. This case gives faith in the feds and John O'Keefe. I hope so. The fact that it took so long to get these people, I hope so. I hope the feds are not really stopping with this, I hope they're not really stopping with this because that would be unfortunate. No, actual zero chance she skates. Actually, for real this time, zero chance she skates, etc. And this is the only one is that's the only question coming out of this is is Wendi next? Okay. Is Wendi next? And yeah, I've seen Charlie's testimony. His testimony is fucking wild. It was funny. It was just so absurd, his theory of the case. And I'm this is the best they've come up with. Holy shit. But yeah, is Wendi next? You know, is she? Some more stuff has come out this trial that was not, I guess, out there before. Some of these text messages about like from Donna. I don't know. I don't know if they've got her. There was a couple other new bombs that they got on her. I just don't know if it's enough. What are people saying? Everybody's saying Wendy's next. Everybody wants Wendi to go next because she's so unlikable. Like everybody, she's the Jen McCabe. I mean, it's the same kind of hatred that people have for her. Even though there's much more evidence on Jennifer McCabe, much more. But with Wendi Adelson, it's like, it's the fact that she changed her kids' last names. I said that last time. It's like, dude. And then she's like she's just a whore too. You know, what she did to poor Jeff. I mean, Jeff's still fucked up from that relationship. He's still like using these trials as his poor therapy to talk about his brief fling with Wendi Adelson. I mean, that guy is damaged for life. He fucked her 5 times and his life is over. You know, poor Jeff. Get Jeff lead. But I don't know. I mean, she was not as good looking. No, she used to be sexier. She's not. I saw her now. I'm like, bro, did her nose exclusively get hit with a frying pan? What the fuck happened? Like the tip of her nose? I don't get it. Like, what's up with that? And the hair. You're going to be on national television. Did you run out of conditioner? What happened? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? She didn't look sexy. It was not. She lost the sex appeal. It's just not working out. And her voice, it just comes across as just so uppity and this and that. And I know her mother's crazy. And so she's a product of that. And you saw poor Rob. Rob's the one that got away. We heard from him for the first time in this trial. But anyway, we could talk about some of that stuff later on during this program that we have here. But what was I going to say? Yeah. So Rumble Rats, how many Rumble Rats we got over there? We got 32 of you. What's going on, guys? Nice to see the Rumble people are still going. So let's start this off with the announcement about who won. I don't know. Last I checked, okay. So Ratchet Madness, final Sweet 16 voting. And none of these have been particularly close. The Brian Albert losing by 12 points to Auntie Bev I thought Auntie Bev was going to win that. It was by more than I thought. Bukaki and Higgins was very close. I thought Higgins would win that. He did. But it's close. But Krusty advanced. Jen McCabe just murdered. That's what she does best. Michael Proctor advanced by 1 million over the bagel. And who's the other one? Oh, Morrissey killed Colin Albert. You know, so we got some good ones. Now, so in the final region, we have the 1 versus 4 matchup. We got Spanky versus Brian Tully. And then we got the 2 versus the 3 matchup. And that's the fake victim versus Chris Albert, who literally killed a man. And no surprise there. The fake victim is winning by a margin of 2-1 last time I saw. She had 67%. Let me just refresh that. She has 68%. So she has won. She is advanced. The other one was 50-50. Like Spanky was winning by like 10 votes out of thousands of votes cast last time I saw. So I'm going to refresh her right now. And this is going to be our official. Let's just do a poll on right now. I'm going to do a poll in the chat and see what people say. Start a poll. Who is more ratchet? Okay. Spanky or Tully? Okay. So what does the YouTube chat say? Who is more ratchet? Spanky or Tully? Let's see what the people say. Oh, it's close. Look how fucking close this is, man. 400 votes in, 51-49 right now. It's close. Oh, 50-50 now. Oh, Tully takes the lead. Dude, this is close. Tully takes it 51-49. Tully, 800 votes in. Dude, this is the closest matchup by far. People hate Tully, huh? Good. I've taught you well. I fucking hate Tully the most. 52 for Tully. Wow. Holy shit. He's taking over. We'll see. So let's go to the Ratchet Madness one. I'm going to go check her right now to see who the winner is. Let's go. Come on. Please be Tully. Please be Tully. It is. Come on, computer. It's crapping out of me. It's going so slow. It's like, of course, it's like overloading Fupa computer. I know. The Fupa computer is back. Now, I'll tell you one thing. So I voted for Tully, even though I hate Spanky, but I mean, Tully is evil. Just evil. It's like, just look at him. You're like, guy's just pure evil. And like, he has convinced judges and others that he's not actually the most corrupt, evil, diabolical piece of shit, you know? But let's see if it loads. It's taking forever. We'll find out in a minute. I mean, I voted for Tully though. I don't know. I hope he wins just because we've had no upsets either. There's been no upsets. It's a 1 versus 2, 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3. Auntie Bev's a 3 seed, so she advanced. And then Fake Victim's a 2 seed. She advanced. And oh, we got it. Okay, it's done. It's done. And the winner with 52% of the vote is Bryan Tully. He has won. So the 4 seed Bryan Tully has advanced. He had 52% of the vote compared to Spanky, who had 48% of the vote. So we're gonna have a 4-2 matchup there. Now this is wild, bro. This is like so again, our Elite 8. I mean, this is an Elite 8 to remember. Let me fill these in real quick. How fitting is it that Fake Victim and Bryan Tully are going against each other after what they did to me? That's the Turtle Boy region right there. That's like that's the it's personal region for me. Let me pull. All right. So we got up here Jem McCabe versus Meatball. Man. Okay. I mean, anyone left can win at this point. Higgins, Krusty. Whew. Fake Victim, Tully. Auntie Bev, Proctor. If you guys will recall, last week I predicted that the final 4 would be Jem McCabe, Brian Higgins, Fake Victim, and Auntie Bev. That was my sleeper. And that Fake Victim and Brian Higgins would win, and that Fake Victim would win the whole thing. That was my prediction. Okay. Now I say, now that we're down to the Elite 8, and how it's going to work is Monday, we're going to be doing all 4 Elite 8 matchups on Monday, same day. And then we'll have the final 4 for Tuesday. Okay. And Tuesday, you'll have 2 days to vote for the final 4. So that'll go Tuesday into Wednesday. All right. Thursday, championship. Winner announced Saturday during the live show. All right. Winner announced Saturday, or maybe we'll do before the live show. I don't know. I like to do the one shining moment montage for Ratchet Madness, but it's copyright. And it didn't matter when I wasn't monetized, but now I am monetized. So maybe I'll just do a separate video prior to the live show, and I just say, fuck it, I just won't monetize that video. I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to give any of these people clout either. I see that in the chat, like, why give them whatever? But at the same time, it's like, I don't think anyone is actually proud of winning Ratchet Madness. I don't think, one shiny moment. I sang it one year just to avoid the copyright. But so here's my predictions again. I think Jem McCabe's going to win. Okay. She's going to beat Meatball. I think she's going to get 60% of the vote. That's what I think. I think 60% of the vote, because she's got 90, 95, and 92. That's a lot. But Meatball's gotten 81, 90, and 87%. That's a lot too. Over here, bro, this is the toughest matchup I've ever seen. Krusty versus Higgins. That is the biggest coin flip ever. Again, Krusty is one with 97, 92, and 69%. Higgins has one with 97, 85, and 50. This is supposed to say 54 for Higgins. Man, but he went against Bukaki. I still think Higgins is going to win that. I think Higgins is going to win that. And then I say up here, Proctor. Man, Proctor got 96%. But he was going against the Bagel. And Auntie Bev was going against Brian Albert. You know, I said Auntie Bev before. I think Proctor's going to win that now because he's kind of back in the news. And I don't know. I think Proctor's going to win that. Down here, oh, man. Tully, Fake Victim. That's a tough one. I think Fake Victim's going to take it, though. That's my guess. So I think the final four is going to be Fake Victim, Proctor. All right. McTooth and Higgy. All right. And then I think same shit. I think Higgins is going to beat McTooth. I think the Fake Victim is going to beat Proctor. And I think she's going to win the whole thing. That's my guess right there. But anyone could win. Any one of these 8 finalists could win. This is exciting, isn't it? This is like really exciting. I don't care what you say. This is anyone could win. You know, you could have a lot of good baits in it. Like imagine it's Fake Victim versus of Krusty, or last year was Proctor versus Jen McCabe. We could have a rematch of that again. There's so many weird possibilities here. Like you could have Auntie Bev versus Meatball. Like that would be a really interesting one. I don't know. You have Krusty versus Tully since they're best friends. I don't know. Anything could happen in Ratchet Madness. That's why they call it that. But anyway, so there's that. All right. If anybody wants to have their messages read out loud to the class tonight, you can click at the link at the top of the chat for something called Turtle Chat. And you can pay whatever amount of money you want. And then you can send a message that I will read out loud to the class. Okay. And when I do that, I might censor it a little bit. Like there's some shit I'm not going to read, but otherwise I'm going to read it. Like there's only a couple things I'm not going to talk about. Like it's like, you can't, whatever. I don't have any general rules with that. But a couple of them lately have been like, yeah, I ain't reading that. Sorry. Like you can shit on people on your turtle chats as long as I don't know them. Like, like that. That's it. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. What else is I going to say? Yeah. Oh yeah. So the Wilbur show too. We sold like 30 more tickets yesterday. So we are well over 700 tickets sold now. A little over 300 tickets left with about 2 weeks to go. 13 days from now is the Wilbur Theater, dude. And I can't wait, man. Me and Auntie Deb is supposed to be joining me a little bit later, just for a bit. He's going to jump on and we're going to talk about just our plans for that night. But man, we have been brainstorming this, dude, all week and it's going to be dope. So I have made the decision that we're not going to stream it at all. Because I want it to be exclusive for the people there. That's it. You're special. If you're going to the Wilbur, you're special. Okay. And the no phones thing, I've seen a lot of people. So I made an announcement that we're not allowing phones out during the show. And all these people are like, oh, what? That's ridiculous. Bitch, you didn't buy a ticket. Shut the fuck up. Ain't you never been to the theater before? Like, try to be a little classy. Okay. Tell me you've never been to a Broadway show without telling me you've never been to a Broadway show before. Okay. This is not the Spencer Fair. You can't just take your phone out whenever you want and start fucking filming shit because you see shit, right? It's not how it works, right? This is like some Abe Lincoln Ford's Theater shit. Just go there and watch the show. That's it. You never know what's going to happen. Just go there and watch it. Enjoy it. Put the phone away for 5 fucking seconds. Not everything has to be, taped. And this is like comedians do this all the time, but it's different because they have, they have the same set they do and they don't want the jokes repeated. Okay, whatever. Well, with us, it's like I want this to be exclusive content. There's something to be said about exclusive content. And there's going to be a roast of Turtle Boy. And I did not, Jimmy asked me the other day, he's like, you want to know who's doing the roast? And I go, actually, no, I would rather not know. It makes it better that way. I don't want to know who's roasting me. And, because, you know, you got to get it. Hope it could be a good roast. There's a lot you can make fun of me for. I've made a lot of dumb decisions in my life. You know, as we know, I went to jail. Like surrounded myself with some people I wish I didn't, you know, but it'll be good. And I've never been there before. It's gonna be my first time even going there, but, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't believe we've sold this many tickets. I was like worried. I'm like, what if we sell like a quarter of the seats? That's going to be embarrassing, you know, like, but then it didn't, you know, all of these people just want to come out for the Turtle Boy and Auntie Deb show. And it's going to be dope. But, yeah, so it'll be fun. What I'm going to be doing afterwards. So it's starting at 7:30 to 9:30 basically. And then the VIP people afterwards will have like a half an hour meet and greet. And then I'm going to go out afterwards. I'm going to go to like a hotel in Boston, and, you know, the night is young. So I'll tell the VIP, if VIP people afterwards, I'll tell you where I'm going, and you're more than welcome to join and hang out and have a good time. And that's that. So really, really, really looking forward to it. Should be fun. Okay. Yeah. Other than that, what else is in the news? megamotion. So the Bederow megamotion's coming soon, dude. And Bederow has been, I think he took 5 Adderalls and has locked himself in a room, and he's just consuming grand jury transcripts like it's going out of style. Just fucking eating it all in and just going through the Bederow process through that brain of his, and shit's coming out the other end. And you're like, man, fucking brilliant, you know? And like, he is like the smartest dude in the world, just always thinking of like new angles and like, wait a minute. And just, you know how Bederow is. We've all seen him on here. You know how he is. And it's like, when he's your lawyer doing your shit, you're like, oh yes, go Bederow, you know? And megamotion. So the megamotion is going to be coming out maybe in a week or two. You know, he's got the drafts. He's sending me the drafts. It's going to be great. So you're going to find a whole bunch of shit in this megamotion about, like, it is a motion to dismiss. It's our second motion to dismiss. And when you look it over, you are just going to be like, holy shit. Like, this is, when you lay it all out in chronological order about what they did at the grand jury, about how they lied to this grand jury, how they hid things from them, how they, and the paper trail that we have from the limited discovery that was actually been given to us. Imagine we've been given all the discovery. We've been given some of the discovery, and it has opened up crazy amounts of doors, and the timelines showing that this entire thing is the brainchild of something called Krusty Panties, and who has buddied up with the corrupt Massachusetts State Police and our other corrupt pals. And they are planning on, you know, just, I don't know, like they're just going to lie to the grand jury. They just trusted her. Like, that was the stupidest fucking thing. Like, yeah, let's take this mentally ill woman with an unhealthy obsession with Turtle Boy and a documented history of, I don't know, forgery and fraud with federal complaints. And let's make her our only witness for all this stuff, and just trust all these clips she's sending us, and say that these are the names of them. Oh, the names don't matter. Oh, it's more than just the names. So, man, it is going to be dope. And I just can't wait for Bederow megamotion, you know? So anyway, what else is I going to say? So yeah, there's that. Anything else in the news? I had some more announcements I was going to say. Laura's going to kill me if I forget them. But anyway, actually, yeah, why don't we, I'm going to read some turtle chats now. Why don't I take a break to read some turtle chats before we get started with the content here? All right. First up, we have today's August 30th, I think. Okay. Pam Jones sends $10. This was yesterday. She sent it, and she said, fuck all of them. Print this. I agree, Pam. Joy sends $5 and says, Turtle Boy, Harvey looks like Jeff Dunham's puppet Walter. I swear, Google Walter. LMAO. By the way, Wendy's nose looks like a butt crack. Okay. Just my opinion. Thanks, Joy. Claire sends $25, goes, Happy Saturday, Doctor. I watched Jess Machado this morning, and she mentioned you would be popping on her show sometime soon. That'll be a great time. Can't wait. Keep your head up, and we all know you have your back. Much love, always. Free Turtle Boy. Yeah, I talked to Jess Machado, I don't know if it was yesterday or today, and I'm just like, can I come on your show sometime? Like, it's the least I can do. Like, she always has my back, you know? And not just because she's like kissing my ass or anything like that, because she sees the big picture. Like, she's a good journalist who investigates things and like actually sees what's going on there. She was the only journalist who actually looked into who Lindsay Gattani was when I went to jail. She was the only one with an intellectual curiosity to figure out who is this mystery woman who put this kind of famous journalist in jail for 60 days. Like, who is this person? What is this person's background? And just, we all know it came from that. You know, she was the only person that looked into that. And people, she gave up her seat for me in court, which by some idiots are like, that's a stunt. That's a stunt. No, she had no guarantee I would even post about that. Like, we were sitting in the clerk's office, and I'm like waiting kind of like on deck. If anybody doesn't show up, I can get it. And Jess was one of the alternates. So she was on the list before me. So she showed up, and I'm sitting there like a sad puppy dog, you know. I guess she got the last one, and she just gave it to me. And if I wasn't sitting there, she probably wouldn't have done it, you know? Because she was, what was right, she said, you know? And, you know, I did watch a show this morning for like 30 minutes. I ran out of time, too much shit going on today. And I know she was doing a thing on Kathy Carr. And so this is a sensitive subject for me because I like Howie Carr. I do. And I want to have a really good relationship with Kathy Carr moving forward, because Kathy Carr is, Howie Carr rather is, somebody who's got my back 100%, has had my back this whole time. And we're on the same team. We're fighting the same fight here. And he's got, he's on the radio. He's Howie Carr, and he's got a different audience than me. He's got like the boomers, right? That like conservative radio people, like that's who he's got. And he's been around for a while. So I want to be on good terms with Howie, and I have nothing against Howie or anything like that. And it's a sensitive issue when a man's wife kind of becomes the topic, because you're like, you don't want to go there, and so that was the topic of Jess's program today, was kind of spilling the tea. Is that how you call it? Spilling the tea or drinking the tea, whatever, doing the tea thing about Howie's wife, Kathy. And so Kathy's more than just his wife. She's like his business partner or manager. I don't know exactly what you would call the role there. She's very involved in guests and hirings and all sorts of stuff. So, she's more than just his wife, and, I've talked to her many times. They helped me out with my Give Send Go when it was taken down last July. They have connections at Give Send Go. They got to put back up, Grant got it taken down temporarily, but we got to put back up. But anyway, spilling the tea. That's it. Spilling the tea. But yeah, so let's talk about that real quick. I talked about this on Turtle Club. I don't want to get too into it. A lot of people were like, a lot of people were waiting for my reaction. And I watched the same thing that you did. I watched it too. And I had the same reaction. I saw all the reaction to it. And my response was to say nothing for once. Like I just had nothing to say. And that was my response. I'm like, I have nothing to say. I have absolutely nothing to say about that whatsoever. That's it. That's my response to the interview with Karen on there. Like that was my response. There's nothing I could say or add to that would help anything. So I'm not going to comment on that. I saw everybody else's comments. It spoke for itself. And I think that I want, like I've said before, I always envisioned or hoped for a post-verdict world where Karen Reed and I were partners almost. We don't have to be best friends or anything like that, but like we fought this historic fight together. Like we did this together. She obviously played a major role in it as a very active defendant. But you see the crowd behind me, right? That crowd isn't there because of Karen Reed's charm or the things she said on Body in the Snow. Like they're there in spite of that. But she was clearly innocent. You know, she was clearly framed, and what happened was clearly wrong. And when I became charged with the crime, you know, for writing about this, and by the way, this whole thing about like this shit, this narrative ends. This whole thing about, oh, they're not talking because they have both. You don't know shit. I just want to put that out there right now for all the people saying that, oh, it's okay because there's pending charges. So you know fucking nothing. Like the next time I hear that, you don't know what I know. You don't know what she knows. That is 1000% untrue. The pending civil cases and my cases have absolutely dick all to do with anything. There's a lot I could say, and I'm not going to. Okay. But it has absolutely nothing to do with the criminal cases at all. At all. And of course, I want to work as a team because I believe that it's what the people want. Like, that's what you guys want. You guys want Karen Reed and Turtle Boy to be a team, don't you? Like, that's the happy ending everybody wants, is that Turtle Boy and Karen Reed combined to take on this corrupt system and take on the McAlberts and take on the Norfolk District Attorney's Office. And nobody wants to see them both do their own fucking thing. They want to see them together. That's what fucking sells. We're going to sell out the Wilbur with me and Auntie Deb. With me and Karen Reed, we might sell out the fucking TD Garden. Like, that's it. Like, it's like we are so much fucking stronger together. And I don't know who's giving her marketing advice like that. I don't know who's giving her this advice. Like, but that, like, aside from what they were talking about, the Howie presentation was an unmitigated disaster. That's what that fucking was the other day. A fucking disaster of epic proportions. That was her first interview. They said it wasn't an interview. It was an interview. It turned out to be. So that whole thing might have cost her God knows how much money in first interview money. Remember, because the first interview is worth money. She did it for free for Howie. And it was so gimmicky and commercial. It was a fucking PR nightmare. That's what that was. A PR nightmare. From the moment that Howie had her fucking whole day book, he propped this up all week. I have a big announcement. Karen Reed's on here. First interview, big announcement. Everybody fucking turns in. Probably 100 times the audience he's ever had on a fucking show. Because he's got Karen Reed here. Okay, cool. And what does he do? He has her pose for his fucking book, which was the announcement, by the way. There was no big announcement. The announcement was I've published yet another book, ghostwritten by somebody most likely, because I'm sure he didn't write that whole thing, right? And buy my book. And not only that, I'm going to use Karen Reed as a prop to advertise my book. Did she get paid for that? I doubt it. I would fucking hope so, but I doubt it. Like, that was insane. As soon as I saw that picture, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, what? Oh, I wouldn't have done that. It's like, for free? Fuck that. You know, no way. But, and then the getting up there with the cringe, like, cliche humor about, oh, we found this fucking bag in the trash, this Michael Morrissey bag, and what do we got in there? Oh, there's taillight in there. Oh, a taillight bag. And I'm like, this is not happening. Tell me this is not the first fucking interview. Tell me this is not the first. I'm like watching it and I'm like, oh my God, who allowed this to happen? And it has nothing to do with jealousy or anything like that. It was cringe. It was just cringe. And I wanted to learn, like, at least I was hoping to learn something, you know, something on there that was like, we'd never heard of this before. And there was nothing. Oh, lawsuits coming. We already heard that one, you know, So, again, it's just, hopefully there's another big announcement coming soon. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. Without getting into anything. Hopefully there's another really big announcement coming out soon. And this all has a very happy ending. I have faith that it will. But I'm not going to say anything more on that. But it was, you know, like, I want her to succeed. And I want it because our success is combined, right? I'll be fine on my own. I don't need Karen Reed to vouch for me. I don't need her on my show. I don't need any of that. I'll be fine without that. I've served. What people don't understand is I built this platform up for years. If I was just some Joe Schmo on the streets and Karen Reed was, you know, if I was working with her to write this story or whatever, it wouldn't matter because no one would see it. I built the platform. A platform is very important. And I built it up through 9 or 10 years of journalism. Okay. And this is a really important thing that people look past. On April 12th, 2023, Alan Jackson filed his 94-page affidavit in court outlining the Google search for the first time for How Long to Die in Cold and all this other really important stuff. All right. And that was published on April 12th. NBC 10 Boston, a couple other media outlets, I think, wrote about it. And I saw it there. Okay. I saw something about a Google search. Someone in the house did it. I didn't really understand the importance of it, but I'm like, okay, cool. And 5 days later, so this story doesn't blow up. They thought that when they put that out there, the whole Google search thing, like, that was Alan Jackson's first big, like, welcome to the fucking case, like this mega affidavit that he put out there. And he was thinking when he put that out there, like, the media is going to eat this shit up. The Boston Globe is going to eat this shit up. And this is going to become a huge story organically. And it didn't happen. It failed to happen because they underestimated just how useless the mainstream media is. Journalists who were thanked. Journalists did nothing. By the way, including Howie Carr. Howie Carr didn't talk about this. No one was talking about it. The Boston Globe didn't talk about it. No one talked about it. Sue O'Connell, WCVB, Christina Rex. None of these people showed up till a fucking trial. None of them did. No one was writing about it. And so there was no buzz. And then On April 17th, 2023, I got a message from a guy named Bryan Johnson, a former Duxbury police officer who worked with John O'Keefe when he was a Duxbury cop, and a guy I have great respect for, who I've been talking to over the years about other stories, who a guy who backs the blue, who normally would take the side of the police and would not accuse the police of corruption. But he did in this. He goes, something smells wrong about this. And I think this woman is innocent. And something ain't right about this. And Brian Albert's trouble. That's what everybody says. So I looked it up. And I read the whole affidavit. And I was like, oh my God. I couldn't believe what I was reading, paragraph after paragraph. And it all came with receipts. Okay. And I'm like, holy shit. So I make a post saying, I'm unraveling this crazy story about a woman who was wrongly accused of murder. And by the way, we need that on a t-shirt, that tweet from April 17th, and then the Karen Reed is free tweet underneath it, that picture, it's got to go on a shirt. I need that on a shirt. But, when that got out there, I'm like, I make this post that I'm doing this major story, and that got Natalie's attention, right? So Natalie sees that. And Natalie, of course, is Karen Reed's, friend, who I got hooked up with there and was like the messenger for a while. And Natalie reaches out to me and through Jen Altman and says, like, hey, I heard you're looking into the story. Is there anything we could help you with? And I said, oh yeah, sure. Do you have any pictures? I don't have any pictures of Jen McCabe. Oh yeah, sure. We got those. Yeah. She sends them along. Now I understand that she was just the intermediary. I was basically speaking with Karen Reed at the time. And, I get these messages and I start writing the story. And then April 18th, I publish it at like 3:30 in the morning. And it blows the fuck up. Part 1 of the Canton Cover-Up Stories has over 500,000 page views, I believe it got. And then 2 days later, I think on April 20th, I do my first show on it. And that's when it really started blowing up, because the writing is one thing. It's the show. It's the presentation. It's the Turtle Boy flair. That's what got this story sold to a large audience. It wasn't just a blurb in the Boston Globe. That's not going to cut it. That was not going to cut it. The crowds outside, they're not, this isn't what you see behind me is not a reaction to a Boston Globe story. The Boston Globe could write about this and no one would give a fuck. People liked my way of reporting and my methods because it was saying what you were all thinking. Like, holy fuck, these people murdered a cop and got away with it. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. I made people outraged, as they should be, because I was outraged. So people were outraged about this. People weren't going to be outraged if the Boston Globe was covering it. Nobody did it. So then I stepped in, and they fed this to the Boston Globe. They fed this to NBC 10. They didn't take an interest in it. They said, cool, we'll just do a little blurb on it. That's it. They didn't do a whole freaking presentation. They didn't do YouTube streams on it. They didn't get all that. It became must-see content, exactly Richie saying there. Must-see content. That's what it became. And then on top of the journalism investigation I did, on top of that on my own, I found shit out. I got pictures of Jennifer McCabe at Michael Proctor's house on September 25th. I did that. All right. Karen Reed's private investigator had tracked down Lucky Loughran, right? And interviewed him way before I got involved. But nobody knew about that. That's a huge thing. And I could not report that on my own. Like I knew about Lucky Loughran months before I first reported on it. But I couldn't report on it because the report hadn't been made public yet. And so writing about Lucky Loughran when I knew about Lucky Loughran would have been problematic because it would reveal a direct tie between Karen and I, which I was, I'd promised her anonymity, essentially, that we were not talking, right? So I could not report about Lucky Loughran. And then So what did I do? I did this thing called journalism. I'm like, well, if I talk to Lucky Loughran independently on my own and just track him down on my own, then we could do it that way. So I went to the Canton DPW. I spoke with Michael Trotta. I interviewed him. I spoke with Billy Walsh. I interviewed him. And then eventually I tracked down and spoke with Lucky Loughran himself. And I got the interview. And the interview got 2 days later, Michael Proctor and Yuri Buchanan went down to the Canton DPW and interviewed Lucky because they had to, because I wrote about it, right? I did that. So, I definitely added a lot to this whole thing. And in doing so, I made myself a target of the state police. The state police never came after me before. They actually liked me before. I was well liked by police. And I didn't get tickets. I've gotten tickets since then. I didn't get tickets back then. And because I supported the police. And now here I am criticizing the police. I mean, think about what I did here, right? I saw a woman who was charged with murdering a cop, a nobody. She's a nobody. She's a woman from Fall River with that's the problem, right? She's got no connections. She's a nobody. That's what made us feel bad for her, right? Because she's got no connections. She's a nobody. And so she's just a woman chugging along, trying to defend herself from going to fucking jail for the rest of her life, right? And so what is she up against? And I took her cause, okay? And why did I do it? Because it was the right thing to do, right? And it was because what's right is right, right? The government cannot frame people for murders, and the government cannot protect murderers. You can't do it. So, but in doing so, by taking up the case of Karen Reed, think of the enemies I made, right? I made, you name it. The state police became my enemy. Brian Tully in particular, right? Who is very devious, and he's a lieutenant detective. He's trusted by judges. He's trusted by magistrates. Anything he writes, any warrant he signs is going to be signed off on. He is fucking powerful, man. He's powerful. Okay. And he's scary. He's the scariest of all of them. And I'm glad he beat Spanky because he's a scary motherfucker. So he became an enemy of mine, and he's got a lot of power. Michael Morrissey became an enemy of mine. He's got a lot of power. These people weren't my enemies before. Fuck Jennifer McCabe and Brian Albert and them. Here's the thing about Jennifer McCabe and Brian Albert. A lot of people wonder, how could they have so much? What do they have on Michael Morrissey? That's what a lot of people ask. How does Brian Albert get Michael Morrissey to dance for him and go through with these charges? And how does Jennifer McCabe do this to them? How is she this powerful? And that's what the antis will say. See, she's just a soccer mom. She has no connections. And I agree, right? She isn't influential. She's not. But here's the problem, right? Michael Morrissey woke up on January 29th, 2022 with a problem. He had a murdered Boston police officer in his county. And when you have a murdered cop in your county, you will get a conviction. You have to get a conviction. He's an elected official. You want to know how your career dies? You don't get a conviction on a murdered cop. That's how your career dies. He has to get a conviction. And his detectives, who he puts his trust and faith in, within hours have decided that a woman by the name of Karen Reed is responsible for this. So that's it. So Meatball's concern is purely political. It's, I have to convict Karen Reed because that's how I stay in office, right? I have to convict her so that way I can say I put the killer of John O'Keefe behind bars, and that's it. And he blindly trusts the state police detectives that work for him. And Brian Tully blindly trusts Michael Proctor. And Bukaki blindly trusts Michael Proctor. They do not cross. They are fucking loyal to each other till the end of the time. And so they decide. So Jennifer McCabe is not influential. But the problem is that you cannot convict Karen Reed without Jennifer McCabe being believable. Jennifer McCabe didn't need to be protected because she had something on Michael Morrissey or because she's influential. Jennifer McCabe needed to be protected because she was the most important witness to convict Karen Reed. That's it. She had to be believable. So when this Google search comes out, right? When this Google search comes out on April 18th, whatever, when I first write my story, within 2 days, and you're going to see this in the Bederow megamotion, because we have Jennifer McCabe's texts, of course. So you're going to see that a text message is sent on April 20th, and that David Traub and Michael Morrissey respond and say something and do something on April 20th at the behest of Jennifer McCabe. And it's not because she's influential or because she has blackmail on Morrissey. It's much simpler than that. They need her to be believable. And that Google search was a really big problem. A really big problem. Okay. And give me 1 second. I got to turn the AC on. It's too fucking hot in here. It's stuffy. Hold on. Okay. Anyway. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So my whole thing with her, I don't think she's got anything on him. I just think that she had to be believed. And so that's why you're seeing the protect Jennifer McCabe at all costs thing. They think she's shady. I'm sure they think she's shady, but it doesn't matter. By April of 2023, it's too late to arrest anyone else. You can't, the house is sold, the dog's gone. Like there's nothing you can do by April 2023 if you're Michael Morrissey. So you have to, it's like, it's too late. We have to protect this woman no matter what. And they gave it their best shot and it just didn't work out. But anyway, what was I going to say? So yeah, that's all going to come out in the mega motion. So how was the tangent I was going off on? Oh, so the people that I decided to take on. So that's nothing though. The DA's office, the state police, I made an enemy of them by defending Karen Reed. But more importantly, you know, the worst enemy I made in this whole thing was, right? The worst enemy I made in this whole thing was the O'Keefe family. That's the biggest enemy I made, right? Because there's no one more sympathetic in a murder trial than the victim's family, right? And the victim's family fucking hates me, like with a burning passion. They hate me just as much as everyone else. All right. And I'm like, I don't need Paul, like having Paul O'Keefe and Peggy O'Keefe hate me is not good. And the more I defended Karen Reed, the more they were like, she's guilty, you know? And because they associated me with her. And so like here, how am I being portrayed on TV? How am I being portrayed? Oh, he's attacking the O'Keefe family. He's attacking the, so I'm smeared as that. I'm smeared as a witness intimidator. All these powerful forces are against me, all this. And it's the same people framing Karen Reed for murder. Like, of course we should be a team. That's what you people want. Okay. That's what you people want. Now the antis are retarded. The antis are like, oh, Turtle Boy, flip on her and tell us all everything. Bro, I got bad news for the antis. Even if she did me wrong in the worst fucking way possible, there's nothing to flip on, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't have any secret. Like, she's actually innocent. She's actually factually innocent. Like, there's nothing I'm not covering for it. There's not like, bro, it's science, dude. What do you want? Like, John didn't get hit by a car, bro. John didn't get hit by a car. So what do you want me to say? There's no, what am I supposed to say? Oh, actually, guys, the laws of physics stopped existing on Brian Albert's front lawn one night, and I have intimate knowledge of this, and I was just keeping it from you guys. What the fuck is that? No, there's nothing. If I wanted to flip on Karen Reed, I couldn't because there's nothing to fucking flip on because she's innocent. So I got bad news for the antis. They're all hoping that like, oh, he's going to flip and whatever. I'm like, bro, I'm not flipping. There's nothing to flip on. What are you talking about, dude? That's it. But you guys want, and you're the customer, you guys want Karen Reed and Turtle Boy to be a united front. You don't want fucking Karen Reed and Howie Card. Nobody wants that shit. You know what I mean? You want Karen Reed and Turtle Boy. That's what you people fucking want. And so I hope we got that. We'll see. But I have faith. I have faith that this is going to go the right way and everything is going to have a happy ending. But yeah. Anyway, real quick, I'm going to come back to that topic, but I have backstage right now. I'm going to bring them on just for a couple of minutes just to talk about the show coming up. And yeah, Auntie Deb himself. How you doing? What's up, Jimmy? How are you?
Thank you for inviting me to your presentation.
A YouTube presentation, correct.
You have a magic lawn? Did you get your lawn from the same guy that Jack got his beanstalk beans? That's what you're doing, right?
Yes, the Joe Pesci. That Jack got his. That's true. That's
the
right.
laws of physics.
The laws of cease to
go
exist.
on.
Yeah, that's right.
I wanted to show you what I got. My sister got me this yesterday for my birthday.
Nice. That's awesome.
Cool is this?
That's very cool. That's very cool.
I think because I had a lot of people asking questions about like, is it in a bad area? Where do I stay? Blah, blah. So I think tomorrow I might make a drive to the Wilbur and live stream like around the area and like walk around.
Oh, nice.
And like show people like where it is. Because a lot of people had like questions about where to stay. Is it like an okay area? Where do they park? And I wanted to tell people too, Park Wiz. Have you ever gone on that website?
I use when I park in Boston, I use the Spot Hero app.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's where like it'll tell you if someone's leaving, right?
Yeah, I mean, just the lots around there for cheaper and whatever,
This one, I think you can find like the lowest price. It tells you like because you park in a garage, I think there's insurance, so no one can break in if they steal something. The parking garage has to pay for it. Okay.
What I would do is if I would get like a hotel in like Newton or something and just take a fucking Uber in.
Right.
I think that's the smartest thing. Or that, it's much cheaper probably because you don't want to pay hotel prices in the theater district in Boston. Right. Like that's
it's like 400.
Yeah, at least, it's not worth it. It's like
I think some people too flying in are like, I'm gonna go to Boston. Am I gonna get framed for murder if I park somewhere? They're like afraid that this place is so corrupt, dude. I'm like, no, it's fine. Like it's the Cantons you got to be worried about.
Yes, exactly. Just it's not in Norfolk County. You'll be good.
So we got like the upper levels, the upper one. A lot of tickets left. Like not like a ton, but enough where like people still want to go. They can go. And I think you should look up. Like if you Google view from the Wilbur Theater, you can see what it looks like from the highest seat. It's not. Like you're not going to be like in the nosebleeds. It's not like the shittiest section. Like it's a theater. The performance that we're going to put on is meant to be viewed from a theater seat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep.
I think I showed the Wilbur on Kirk Minhan's thing. You get a pretty good view of what it looks like there. It's high. You're high up, but it's like you're close. You're close. Yeah. So
don't jump.
Yeah. Don't jump. Yeah. Don't get any thoughts. But yeah, it's the lower's all sold out. The middle one is less and less by the day.
Right.
I'm noticing on there. The upper one still has available seating. But yeah, it's going to be dope.
We'll be walking around. It's not like you won't be interacting with people.
Yeah. What can we say about the show? I mean, what do we want to give away? Talk about? No phones. Yeah, that was your idea. I like it.
Yeah, but you do an honor system.
Oh, dude, what happens if I don't want to take on the liability of holding on to people's phones? Right? Like, what if we lose? Oh, you lost my phone.
We're not gonna.
So, dude, somebody's gonna say something. Somebody's like,
I'll
my
buy
phone.
a phone. We'll get him a phone. We'll get you. I got 8,000 old phones. You can have one of my old phones.
But like, what they're gonna have to turn their phone into the door. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys? Let's ask the chat.
Are they going? They're not going.
That's true. If you're not going, you don't have an. That's
Yeah,
true.
they can't say anything. I think people who are going are like really pumped about the no phone idea.
Okay, that's true too. It's a higher class crowd. No offense to people who aren't going.
It's like
it's a sophisticated crowd.
It's 2 hours of your life, right?
Yeah.
They've been following this for how long? They've been turtle riders for how long? This is like the payoff. Like you've been doing this, working your ass off, busting your ass, going to jail, this and that. Parents free.
Yeah.
And now we got a party. We get a show and then probably a party after, but you get a party and a show.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you want to go? And like I was thinking too, you know, some people are like, oh, okay, I'm going to go to this store, and they look it up and it's 15 minutes away. Well, then they're like, oh, wait, no, wait. Oh, it's a half hour away. Oh, it's too far. I'm not going. It's like, dude, get on a fucking plane, right? Get a plane ticket if you want to come, if you're thinking about it, and just go. Just like, what? You're going to sit at home and do nothing? Just go. Like, I feel like these people want to go, but they're like, oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
You deserve it. It's a cool event. Bederow will be there. The Glare is going to be there. Melanie Little's going to be there. Who else is going to be there?
Kim.
Oh, Nurse Kim will be there.
Couple others. I don't want to say too much.
Ooh,
but
okay.
People, there's things you don't even know about.
Oh, gee whiz. Holy cow. And
we're going to be rapping.
Yeah, we got some raps coming up. It's going to be good. It's going to be a show.
Skits,
I said there's going to be a roast, and I said I don't want to know who's roasting me. It's better that way.
I think you should also, after the roast is done, like have a speech and you kind of roast the roasters a little bit.
Okay. Okay, I can do that. You got to roast the roasters.
Awesome. I got an email too, just quickly, and listen. You like suggestions from people. I fucking hate it. I get irritated. I'm like, don't tell me what to do, or else I'm not doing it. But I like this idea. They said present the Ratchet Madness Award there.
But the winner's not going to be there. I would hope. That would be crazy if they were, but
the winner could be there.
I mean, half of them have restraining orders on me.
So, like the winner could be there, like someone. I don't know. I'm just saying. Could be.
Yeah. That's. Oh, you invited Tully.
He's coming. He wants to see the show.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And people are freaking out. They're like, "There's going to be haters there. There's going to be hecklers." I'm like, if they pay $100 to heckle,
yeah, they can heckle away.
I actually like these guys.
Yeah. I don't think that it's going to go over too well if they heckle. You know, first of all, they don't show up in real life for free. There was 0 of them outside the courthouse. They're not paying $100 to show up. These are poor. These people are all poor. They all have Irish poverty face. Like none of these people have fucking money. Like they're not coming.
We need like a check system at the door where someone's like, all right, your face must be this rich in order to enter. And you got to like put it up to the people.
Yeah. Yeah. You
can't have a poor face.
Yeah. No poor face. No
poverty faces.
No poverty face.
Yeah. I'm excited, dude. I'm getting pumped. 13 days away.
Me too, man. And it's going to be, looking forward to it. I think that, you guys can still get the ticket sales right on the Wilbur's website. You know, get them. I'd love to see you guys down there. I told that the VIP people that I'll tell them at where I'm going afterwards. I'm going to go to like a bar and we can continue the party there. But yeah, it'll be cool.
Night. Get a sitter. It's going to be a night.
Yeah, it's going to be a night. It's going to be awesome.
Some people too are afraid of like going by themselves. And I'm like, you're going to be surrounded with people that have the same interests as you.
True.
You're going to make friends. If not, I suggested that on like there's a Reddit site or something, like let people know, hey, I'm going by myself. Anyone else going by themselves? Maybe meet up before.
Yeah.
Make a friend. Why not?
You'll make friends. It's a good way to make friends. Because you're right, common interests. What's not to like? It's going to be fun. It's just going to be fucking fun. I know it's going to be a really fun night. Doors open at 6:30, so you can, and there's a bar there, and you talk to people, and
unlike anything they've ever seen, nothing they can hear on a YouTube presentation, dude. No phones for a reason. We want to talk a little shit, you know, like
yes, yeah, exactly. I don't want anyone filming this and streaming this, and you know, we know that you did that fucking roast at the fundraiser for Karen Reed in November, and you made the joke about Julie Nagel, and they all clutched their pearls over it. No, none of those moments. And that was funny as hell. But Plevin lost his mind over that joke.
Dude, he was like, "Is Julie okay? Can someone?"
Oh, that pig's fine. She's roasting away.
He's like, "You were fat shaming her." I'm like, "You just called her fat." I didn't say that. That word just came out of your mouth. Well, I said 5 stomachs.
Yeah, that's not even that many.
That's
Some animals have like 10, don't they? Like an octopus, I think, has I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, the Wilbur.com. Go, and there's Park Wiz if you got a park. There's just go, dude. Treat yourself. This isn't happening again. You're doing more shows and more shows, but this first one's the first one.
Yeah, the first one. The first one's the first one.
Like part of history. People are gonna be talking about it. That go.
Yeah,
you're gonna feel left out. So get your ass there.
Get your ass there. Exactly. So cool, man. Well,
right.
Anyway, thanks for coming on. Just wanted to have you on briefly to talk shop and hype this baby up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna record like around the area tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm going. So
okay,
if you want to watch, go ahead and hop on. But other than that, dude, get your ticket. It's gonna be kick ass.
Awesome, man.
All right, God bless.
On, brother. Peace.
See ya.
It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope. Can't wait for this. So hopefully we get to meet a lot of you fine people there, and that's that. So yeah, anyway, yeah, like I was saying, the people want that. This is what the people want. They want Karen Reed and Turtle Boy to be a team because that's a fact, man. We were united in this shit. We were doing this. We were taking on the corrupt system together. And so like, Karen Reed is a woman who's charged with the worst thing you could be. The only thing worse than what Karen Reed is charged with is diddling kids. Like that's the only one that's like less. That would be the only bigger risk. Like if you're going to defend someone diddling kids, like, oh, I'm going to take up the cause of Larry Nassar. Like what? No, that's a really bad idea. Everyone's going to hate you if you do that. But I took a woman who was charged with murdering a cop. And I'm like, this is going to be I'm going to defend this person because she didn't do it. And other people did do it. And that outrages me. Right. And, people are like, well, you made a lot of money off it. At what cost, motherfucker? At what cost? How much would you pay not to go to jail for 60 days? How much is that worth to you? I was in jail. I'm like, how much would I pay to fucking get out of here right now? Like, I would pay a lot of fucking money to get out of here right now. This place sucks. It's horrible in here. Horrible. It was fucking pain and torture. Like, it sucked. Being in solitary confinement sucked. So, so there's that. And, I didn't have to report on this case the way I did. I didn't have to. I chose to because I was passionate about it. That's it. And I had no idea that in doing so, I was going to go to jail myself, that I was going to get charges on me. Because some people say, well, you went to jail for Lindsay Gattani, right? Because she, that's the reason you went to jail. No, motherfucker, that's how I caught a simple assault and battery charge that got dropped. That's what that was. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. There was no bail to revoke if I didn't advocate on behalf of John O'Keefe and Karen Reed. It'd take on the Massachusetts State Police. There's no bail to revoke if I do that, right? And also, let's keep in mind, I don't even meet Lindsay Gattani if it's not for Karen Reed's case. Like, she was a fan who sent me a picture of herself in a free Karen Reed shirt, right? So there's nothing I can fucking do. Like, it's like, I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. And I have faith that this all work itself out. Again, I'm not even talking about what was said or what wasn't said on the interview. I was just more like, this story deserves better than gag gifts of tail light and shit. Like, this story deserves better than that. So I think I started talking about this when I started talking about Jessica Machado's show. So Jessica Machado did a show today on Kathy Carr and kind of spilling the tea on that. And, you can go watch that if you want. I don't feel like I'm not personally going to, I want to have a good relationship with the Carrs moving forward. Like, I want, especially with my case coming up, I want Howard to be on my side, continue to be. I don't want any long-term issues here. I just want this to be a bump in the road. That's all this is going to be. And my issue with the Callie Carr thing was that, I was on there every day during the trial, every day, 4:33. I was the correspondent, like, in the courtroom, talking to Howie and his listeners about what was happening in there, reporting when he didn't have someone in the courtroom. So I'm able to report in this, and I was just like, well, I'm good enough for this, but not good enough for that. Like, come on, So I was upset about and I'm not the only one who feels this way, bro. A lot, like, it's not some outlandish opinion, But anyway, this will all work itself out. I have faith. But okay. Anyway, let me read a couple more turtle chats here. Arizona Angie sends $25 and goes, no trial can compare to Karen Reed. All boring in comparison, sticking with you. And I wish I could come to the Wilbur to see you and Auntie Deb. It's okay, Arizona. You're with us in spirit. And eventually the whole show will get aired. It's just going to be a while. We got this documentary coming up that I've been working on, and the doc crew is going to be filming the whole thing. And they will be posting bits and pieces of it in the docu-series that we're doing. I don't know. I don't know when the docu-series is going to be released, but it's going to be good when it does. I don't know who's going to be in it, but hopefully some big names. So we'll see. All right, next. Hank's Crutch sends $5 and goes, since you won't answer. Okay. So this is one I'm not going to. So this is about my personal life that Hank's Crutch is asking about, and I'm not going to read into that. So there's that. Next. Kristen sends, and again, what is with people who think that like people's personal lives or like any of their business, like this isn't a reality TV show. Like you're not required to fucking answer people's questions about that. Like it's nobody's fucking business. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm not commenting on it ever. So there's that. Next. Kristen sends $10 and goes, I've been following the Markel case since 2016 and Wendi is next. How did Donna have Dan Markel's license plate number and car model in her 2014 planner? That was the new bit of juicy information that came out. That was the juicy bit of new information that came out, was the fact that Donna had Dan Markel's license plate in her planner. That's pretty big. Why? And who could give that to her besides Wendi? Or Dan's schedule? How did the hitman come to Tallahassee based on Jeff Lacasse's travel schedule while renting similar car models? That's a good point. In each trial, and again, only Wendi would know who Jeff Lacasse was and about that. And Jeff Lacasse, when you think about it, would be the perfect fall guy because he was the new boyfriend, right? I mean, that's a perfect person to look at when a man gets killed. His ex-wife's new boyfriend, that's the perfect fall guy to look at. Then you meet, the problem with Jeff Lacasse is you meet him and you start talking to him and you're like, oh, this guy didn't murder anyone. This guy, this guy would cry over a freaking hangnail. Poor Jeff, exactly. In each trial, Georgia gave a sneak preview about the next person to be charged. Take note. Wouldn't that be something, man? And she asked Wendi at the Charlie trial too. She's like, so if you are ever charged in this case, and she's like, I'm never going to be charged. She said, she's like, okay, we'll see. Next. Yes, that's a good point. Wendi didn't even tell the cops about Jeff. So that theory is BS. That's true. That's true. When given that's a good point. When Wendi was interviewed by the police, she implicated her brother, but not Jeff. Like that was crazy. So either she's the biggest cunt. She also, then the new text messages come out that said like, you owe your brother, you're not guilty because of him or something like that. I don't know. She has immunity. She did mention Jeff. I don't know. Maybe I don't know as much. She told them Jeff's mom. Jeff was eliminated as a suspect within seconds of speaking, I guess. Right. Yes, she did. She did tell the cops about Jeff. Then why is this person saying that? Again, I'm not an expert on this case. Wendi's case is much more difficult. You're right about that. That is far from a guarantee she will be prosecuted. Do you guys know, question for all you true crime people out there that are into this stuff. Do you know where Wendi Adelson lives now? Because I've seen a lot of misinformation on this. Do you guys know where Wendi Adelson lives? Because I do. I have her address. I found out some shit. I know exactly where Wendi Adelson is. I got a sauce. Okay. Because a lot of people are saying Colorado. It's not, bro. It's not Colorado. She was in Colorado because the guy she's dating has a son that just graduated or went to school there. And that's why she was like a lot of people saw them in Colorado together. And that's what she's doing. She got a new boyfriend, right? She likes Latin men. And it's very sad. I'm not going to lie. When I saw the picture of this blended family that they have now, because the guy she's dating has 2 kids himself. And she's got these 2 boys, and I saw a whole picture of them. Yeah, so most people know. Okay, so it's Texas, right? He lives in Austin, Texas, right? And he was visiting Colorado, right? But like they have this whole blended family thing going on, and I saw the picture of the boys for the first time. I've never seen them before, like grown, and they're like teenagers now, and you're like, man, this is fucked up. This is so fucked up. I'm like looking at them in this picture with this fucking creepy looking dude, bald dude that she's fucking now. And I'm like, you know, that should be Dan Markel. Like that's so wrong. Like this is like another man with your kids. That's so fucked. Like and he's dead. And they don't even have your name anymore. She erased you. Not only did she take your life, or they took your life. We don't know if Wendi did it. Her family took your life, right? But on top of that, she erased you, like not only physically, but digitally. Like you don't even exist. Your kids have a new last name, hers. Like that's fucked up. That's so fucked. And like her kids aren't even old enough to do they even remember Dan Markel? Do they remember anything about him? What does she tell them about him? What does she does she tell them bad things about him? Because that's what Donna Adelson did. You know, what have they done to those boys? Did they do to those boys the same thing that the McAlberts did to Kaylee Furbush and Patrick Furbush? Did they do the same thing? That's what I want to know. And because I see them, and then I'm like, you know, I was also seeing in the trial, they were talking about how Donna Adelson had whatchamacallit, she had these messages after Charlie was convicted. She was on the phone and she's talking about how the boys, one of the boys asked her, so Uncle Charlie's, he's not coming home now. It was just very sad. You know, like these poor kids, they think Uncle Charlie and Grandma are fucking innocent. Like that they didn't kill their dad, who they don't remember. You know, they think that poor Uncle Charlie is some sort of victim here, and Grandma's a victim here of this whole thing, because that's what their mother's telling them. The people that took their father away from them, like that's so fucked. And they gave, like, if these people had all been arrested when these kids were young, they wouldn't be as fucked up, you know, because if their mother gets arrested, dude, that's like then what? Who's going to take care of them? The Markel parents live in Canada, right? They're not even, they barely know them at this point. I think they're divorced too. Like that's not an option. So who's going to raise these kids? Who's going to see them through to adulthood? Uncle Rob? I mean, would that be the best option? Uncle Rob pulls a John O'Keefe and just maybe like the Markel parents are out of the question. I mean, they're Canadian. They don't even live in the United States. Like, I think Rob would be the first choice, but do they even know Uncle Rob? Have they ever met him before? Like, he's estranged. I don't know. Dan's sister. Dan's got a sister. Okay. I didn't know Danny had a sister. I always see his parents there. They're not divorced. They are divorced. Okay. They are. Some are saying they aren't. I heard they are divorced. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but like them taking the kids in isn't is out of the question. Like They're running out of family members to adopt them, essentially. Like Wendy's all they fucking have. So like that's more pain. If Wendi had been arrested 9 years ago when they were little kids and sentenced to jail where she belongs the rest of her life, if she's in fact guilty of being involved in this plot, then they wouldn't even fucking know her that well. You know, this big, my mom's in jail, but allowing them to grow up, you get bonded to Wendi. That's your fucking mom, bro. It's your mom. And then like, so like taking their mom away from them would be the most painful thing ever to those kids after everything that they've been through. So that's fucked up. You know, you better be goddamn sure that Wendi's involved if you arrest her, because you got to think about those kids, because those kids are going to be fucked up, you know, and all the people, like, they have a trust. I'm not talking about money. What about love? What about your parents? You know, because they will, I'll tell you one thing, they will never believe that their mother killed their father, ever. They will never believe that. They will never believe that. I mean, the Furbush kids can't believe that Jennifer McCabe killed their fucking uncle. There's no way. If you were them, would you? I would. If I were them, I would never believe that ever. No matter what you fucking told me, I would be like, absolutely fucking not. Like, you see this a lot with kids whose parents get arrested for murder. They stand by them. They're like, no, my mom. It's a refusal to accept it. Like, she couldn't do this. She couldn't do this. You know. So anyway, it's just a really sad thing when you think about it all. All right, next. Norman sends $20 and goes, I love the fact that you are brutally honest and don't give a shit. If you tied a pair of basketballs to Tully's feet, he would look like a giant dick. He probably would. He would. Blessed Mom from Texas, Lisa Marie, sends $10 and goes, just saying, I love you, Dr. Daddy, aka Crowd Daddy. That's all. I wish I could make it to the show. I'm still gonna try. Well, maybe you will, maybe you won't, but you'll be there in spirit. Thank you, Blessed Mom from Texas. Next up, a few more to bang through here. Cyber Chick in Boston sends $50 and says, I'm so disappointed in Karen. Let's focus on freeing Turtle Boy again. I am not co-signing that. That is not anything that I've said. I just read the chats as they come in. I'm focusing on the future right now. And the future right now is the Wilbur show, and hopefully us working together down the line, because that's what you people want. That's what you people want. And I got a whole bunch of charges. So I'm focused on that. Thank you. Next. Kristen sends $10 and says, Turtle Boy, if you were driving past one of the streets to the home of your ex and kids, and it was roped off with police, would you have called your ex and confirmed that your kids made it to school? I'm not a parent and curious how parents would react based on Wendi not doing so on the day of Dan's murder. Free Turtle Boy. Yes. I would. If I was like, if I went out of my way, because it wasn't a shortcut. You got to see the map. This is what she's talking about. So if you guys are unfamiliar with this, let me pull it up here. Oh, Sean of the Gulf. You lost Skank. That's all. All right. Where is the Brandy Churchill tweet that I responded to? Churchwell. She had a good map up. Here it is. Okay. So Wendi Adelson was right here on Aqua Ridge Ray, and she claimed that she was going to drive to this restaurant, to the liquor store, and then go to like a liquid lunch with her friends. And this is the fastest way to get there, this red dotted line. This is the way she went. Which is where Dan Markel lived. She claims this was a shortcut. This is not a shortcut by any means. I know she's a woman driver. No offense, ladies. But that is not actually a shortcut. And also, women don't do shortcuts. Men do. Men do shortcuts. Women take the long way. They don't do that. Men are always looking for some side streets to go down or some shit like that. We always think we know the fastest way to shit. That's a man thing. Women don't mind sitting at traffic lights and just going the most direct way. Whatever the fucking Waze tells them to go, they're going that way. That's how women are. Men are all we think that we can always outsmart the fucking Waze. Oh no, that way? No. They don't know about this parallel street here that might have a couple speed bumps on it, but it's actually 30 seconds faster if you time it right. This is how we think as men. We're different. Right. So, yeah. Oh yeah. And before I forget, thank you for the reminder. I have an announcement to make. Let me do this real quick. Yeah. Okay. So we have a giveaway for free tickets to the Wilbur, and we're going to have more giveaways coming this week. All right. So let me pull this up. So a lot of people entered the giveaway, and it's time to pick the winner. What do I do with it? All right, here we go. You guys ready? So spin the wheel. The Wilbur. We did this earlier. We taped it. Here is the winner. Is there sound to this?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spin.
And the winner is, I think this is 2 tickets to the Wilbur show, is Whitney Sticker. Congratulations, Whitney. You got tickets. You're going to the Wilbur. You're going to the Wilbur. There you go. You're going to the Wilbur. So we will have more of these giveaways this week. Whitney, you can get in touch with, I believe Jennifer Altman is the person that you can reach out to for those. Feel free to reach out to her and she will hook it up. And oh yeah, keep me updated on the LSU Clemson score, please. Nepo baby Arch Manning did not do too well today in his debut, unfortunately. Sorry, Texas fans. But you lost again to Ohio, unfortunately. But anyway, congratulations, Whitney. You're going to the Wilbur. I don't know if you're watching right now, but get in touch that way. Okay, cool. All right, next up. Oh yeah, so back to this whole Wendi thing. So yeah, you're right. So for those of you unfamiliar, so she says that on the day of the murder, she says that she drove this long route. I went into a thing on women drivers there. I got a little off topic. So, and I sometimes like 80, see, that's the thing with me. It's like people say, oh, you're a massage therapist, you're a sexist, this and that. It's like, well, I can't be that sexist because 80% of my audience is women. And I constantly am cracking jokes about women and they forgive me. They're okay with it. Because a lot of them are like, yeah, that's kind of true. You know? Yeah. Some of the women are like, that's not true. I like shortcuts too. It's like, but you get over it, you know, you're fine. Anyway, so she says she did this. She goes by Trescott and she sees a huge police presence there. And she knows that Danny lives there and that Danny had called her earlier and said, I just dropped the kids off at daycare. I think, do you say I'm dropping them off or I did drop them off? And she sees all this tape there and she doesn't ask the cops what's going on. She doesn't make any attempt to call her ex-husband to make sure he's okay, to make sure the kids are okay. Nothing like that. she was just doing what a lot of criminals do and just scoping out the scene afterwards, you know? So, all right, next up. So you make a good point there. Holly sends $20 and says, any hotel recommendations near the Wilbur? If you get a hotel near the Wilbur, you're going to be paying a lot of money. So I would, as I mentioned with Jimmy earlier, I would get what I would do, because I'm cheap, is I would get a hotel outside of the city and Uber in. That's what I would do. That way you can, you know, you can drink and you don't have to worry about anything like that. That's just what I would do. Aim DuPont sends $5 and says, stir the pot. Emily, oh, I like this one. Emily Nieves was beaten to death by Devontae Degree, and it was covered up by his mother, Tina Degree. Yes, I need to read. That's going to be my next case. If you guys don't know the story of Emily Nieves, she is a woman in Lowell who I believe in 2021 was died after falling out of bed, they claim. And she happened to live with a man by the name of Devontae Degree. She was pregnant too. A man by the name of Devontae Degree who who beat the shit out of her routinely. And she fell out of bed and hit her head and died. That's how they claim that she died. It's a fucking crazy story. And nobody talked. Now that when I first wrote about it, I didn't have this big kind of true crime audience. So I need to tell that story again to my audience and relive the Emily Nieves story, because she was murdered by Devontae Degree inside Tina Degree's house. I've never been so sure of anything that he murdered her. And he got away with it because of a fucking medical examiner, another fucking medical examiner who was just like, yeah, she bumped her head and fell out of bed. And that's the end of that. It's like crazy. So there's that. Thank you for the reminder for that. Nancy sends $50 and goes, watching with my niece, who's a Taunton cop. She wants to know when the Taunton Ratchet coverage is coming back. She loves and misses it. Yeah. You know, there's been a lot of Ratchet stuff. There's been a fucking BLT 123 went on a shooting rampage in Shrewsbury yesterday. I've been meaning to cover that. Or that was 2 days ago. It's like, I just don't have time I have so much shit going on that I don't even have time for like doing shit like that. But I'll be back in business eventually, you know. I got a lot going on, but I appreciate that. Bethany sends $10, goes, my mom enjoyed meeting you and your kids at Val's yesterday. Don't ever forget, this movement is nothing without you. Well, thank you, Bethany. Yes, that was your mother. She was great. She was great. And yeah, we were there getting a meal of food. It was delicious. And I met when I went to Fenway today, obviously I met a whole bunch of people today. And you know, it's great meeting you fine folks. You know, I love meeting people out in public in the flesh. It's awesome. So thank you very much for that. Next, Lisa sends $50 and goes, I agree. Sometimes silence is an answer. # free turtle boy. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing for me to say or add. And I don't want to be whiny. I'm not going to be whiny. I'm so sick of that. Like, I don't want to be like, whatever. People do what they do. People know what I did. People know what I contributed. And it stands for itself. And so you find out who your friends are in certain times. So thank you for that. Alicia sends $10 and goes, you and only you are the reason everyone in the United States of America heard the big roar after the acquittal and verdict outside the courtroom on June 18th. You solely created that while losing 60 days of freedom from the anti-Karen Reed crowd corruption. You kick ass. Well, thank you very much. You know, I don't think it was only me that was the reason this is out there, because all the people out there were also responsible for this. All the people watching from home, all the people who donated, everybody did their part, man. Everybody chipped in. But certainly, you know, Thomas Edison didn't put a light bulb in every fucking house in the world, but there ain't no light bulb without him. So there's that. Thank you. Next. Marcia sends $7 and goes, hey, Turtle, making the pilgrimage from the Great White North, Winnipeg, Canada, all the way to the Wilbur. Wow. That's a trip. Sadly, the VIP slipped through our frostbitten Canadian fingers, so you'll probably find us aimlessly wandering the streets of downtown Boston after the show like two lost snow geese. We are so effing excited. It's going to be awesome, Marsha. I appreciate that. Maybe I hope to meet you. You sound like a swell lady. Thank you. Mary Lynn sends $25, goes, I am still sure Karen is innocent, but there's no excuse that she helped support you. There's no excuse that she helped support you during your hearings. Go be present. But her dad, brother, and all attorneys seem to be at arm's length. I don't respect them like I did. You went over and beyond for her. Again, these are not my thoughts necessarily. These are just disclaimer. These are the turtle chats that are coming in. Her brother, her father, her mother, her attorneys have both privately, especially privately, but sometimes publicly, stated their open support for me and thanked me. And so I have nothing but good things to say about all them. Would it be cool if they were at my hearings? That would be a powerful statement. You know what I mean? That would be like that would get a lot of people's attention if that happened. And for all the people out there saying, well, it can't happen because she has a lawsuit and she has this and that, blah, blah. That's too much of a risk. It's too much of a risk, Turtle Boy, whatever. She was charged with murdering a cop. And I defended it. So like that, it's like, that's kind of what I'm charged with fucking going up to a bunch of people and asking them questions and shit. It's like, and I didn't care. I'd do it again. It was the right thing to do. I didn't give a fuck. It was the right thing to do. So thank you. But again, I got nothing. And Kelly, that's true. Kelly Reed was there. Kelly Reed was absolutely there. And so, yes, I would absolutely love to see them at my hearings, but oh well, if not, that's fine. We move forward. We'll be good. Beth sends $19 and says, I'm not trying to sound like a biatch, but I was 50-50 if she was guilty until I found your channel. You really round out her perceived coldness and unlikability. I know that may be wrong, but that's how she comes off. The Howie interview was so bad, I was embarrassed. What a PR disaster. But anyway, happy she's free thanks to Crowd Daddy. So here's the deal with that. And I thank you for the turtle chat. With that, I've said this before, and I've said this before the Howie interview, and I'll say it again. I said it. Karen Reed, the biggest obstacle she had in being acquitted was herself. And I don't think it's controversial to say that. That documentary was a fucking disaster. There's no other way to describe that. That was, and I know that she thought she would be acquitted, so it wouldn't matter. But it was a fucking disaster. Hank loved that. And I know Alan Jackson came on here and said everything we do is by design. I think that was a little false bravado. I'm not convinced that was by design, giving them that. I don't believe that. Like, I just think that that was a disaster. And like, for instance, I have friends and family members who watch that, loosely, don't really follow the case much, but they know of it and they know that's my certain thing, but they're not like you guys. They don't know all the details of it. And so they watched that documentary, and what they took from that, a lot of them told me, was that like, I believe she's not guilty because you believe she's not guilty, because you are insisting that she's not guilty. And I don't think that you would risk your reputation and everything on somebody if you weren't sure that they were not guilty. But again, I have had those same people tell me that they were like, yeah, wouldn't want to hang out with her. Like, that was the general consensus that I got from especially men. They were just like, yeah. And others were just like, wow, like she came across as cold. She did. Whether that's fair or not, that's how it came across to people who don't know shit. Is that it was not good. It was bad. Okay. The facts got out there, but people care about personality. People care about shit like that. And that's how it came across to people. And so like, that didn't do her any favors. If I always said this, if Karen Reed had never spoken, if she had never done an interview, if she didn't do Dateline, if she didn't do the documentary, God forbid, if she didn't do the interviews outside of court and all that stuff, there wouldn't be anyone besides the McAlberts that thought she was guilty. No one. No one. That's it. Like if she had, you know what people, and this is the truth, you know what people wanted Karen Reed to be? They wanted her to be the damsel in distress. That's what they wanted. That's what, because again, this is a fucking soap opera for a lot of people. A lot of people they're not personally invested. This was just entertainment for them. And for those people, what they wanted from Karen Reed was they wanted to feel bad for her, right? Because Karen Reed was the victim in this. That is what Karen Reed is. Karen Reed is a victim of a corrupt justice system that framed her for murder, right? So they want to feel bad for her. That's what they wanted. People wanted to feel bad for Karen Reed. And, when she talked and did those interviews, it gave people a reason not to feel bad for her. Like some people watch those and they're like, I don't feel bad for her because she's not even fucking crying. You know what I mean? She's not even, unfortunately, look at Donna Adelson, what she told Wendi. Got to put on a show. You got to put on a performance. You got to do it. You got to do it. And she didn't come across as sad or like somebody you felt bad for. There was no cry. Like it was just, you wanted to feel bad for her, but you were angry. I was angry about it. It's like, but it was that, and that's it, Melanie. You're right. Not one person, but exactly. And I said this from the beginning. If Krusty Panties, who I fucking detest, was charged with what Karen Reed was charged, I would defend her. I would. Because it's not about Karen Reed. And it's not about Krusty. It's not about, she is an interchangeable fucking part of this. She's just the patsy. That's all she is. She's a fucking patsy. She's the definition of a fucking patsy. And she's the fall guy. And that's it. You switch her name out with any other fucking person. It doesn't matter. I'm defending him, right? The problem here was that we can't allow the government to do this to people. We cannot sit back and let the government do this shit to people. Okay? And this fucking idiot, this hurts my heart to hear you talk about Karen this way. What way? Saying what everyone else is thinking? I'm telling you what other people are telling me. This is how it came across to people. See, the problem with people like this is that they are so invested in this and they think that Karen Reed has to be a wonderful person in order for them to get behind her. That's the problem with people like this, is that they want to have the fantasy that she is a great person that they have to get behind in order to believe she's not guilty. No, you don't have to think that. You can think that she's not the greatest person in the world and that she's still not guilty. That's the problem. That's it. And that's the problem with some of these people, is they want to fucking like canonize, like some of these people expected Karen Reed to be this like amazing fucking perfect fucking person. She's not. She's just a random fucking person framed for murder. That's it. That's it. She doesn't have to be a good person. And I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm saying that like it doesn't fucking matter what kind of person she is. I've always said that. It doesn't matter. But her personality is what ultimately was her biggest obstacle that she had to overcome, right? Not only because of like the video and stuff like that, but also because I firmly believe to this day that she could have had Paul O'Keefe and Carl Dougal and Brendan Kane on her side. I firmly believe that they all wanted to be on her side. They didn't want to think that she did this, right? Carl Dougal, actually, when you read the text message that Carl Dougal wrote Karen Reed on January 29th, 2022, it was a really nice and thoughtful message. And he was like concerned with Karen Reed. Are you okay? He lost his friend. And I've shit on Carl. I fucking hate Carl. Right? But I'll give Carl credit. That message that he wrote Karen Reed on January 29th, 2022 was very thoughtful. Because even though he had just lost a good friend, one of his first concerns was making sure Karen was okay. How are you okay, Karen? Like read that text message, right? It's a really nice fucking message. And so he wanted to believe that she didn't do this. He wanted to, right? But ultimately, what did she do? And it's not, I mean, I don't blame her necessarily, but like, she just cut them all off, you know? And you know who didn't cut them off? Jennifer McCabe. Jennifer McCabe did the exact opposite. And Jennifer McCabe's pure evil, right? But Jennifer McCabe is better at fucking marketing. And that's the problem. Is that Jennifer McCabe knew how to fucking win people over. It's the only thing Jennifer McCabe's good at, is manipulating people. It's so ironic they call Karen a manipulator. She's the opposite, right? She's horrible at manipulation, actually. This one's fucking great at it. And that's the problem. Who did Jennifer McCabe win over that day? She won over Peggy O'Keefe. She won over fucking Paul O'Keefe. She won over Kerry Roberts, arguably the most important person that you have to fucking win over, right? She dedicated herself on January 29th, 2022 to winning all these fucking people over. And she fucking did. And Karen made it easy for her. Because Karen just fucking, I've said it before and I say it again. Biggest mistake she made was leave the O'Keefe house at noon or 1 o'clock that day. That's the worst thing she could have done. If I was her, I would have fucking stayed there and just be like, fucking, even, I don't care what the fuck Peggy O'Keefe said. Peggy O'Keefe's being cold to me, fine. I'll warm up to Paul O'Keefe. Paul O'Keefe did not want to believe Karen Reed did this. You heard his testimony. They liked Karen Reed. They liked her. She could have won them over. And that was the, and there was the biggest fucking mistake, because not having, what did the McAlberts always say? Who did they always fucking hide behind? The O'Keefes. They came with them down fucking closing statements. And it was so fucking valuable. Having the O'Keefes on their side was the best thing that ever happened to McAlberts. It was the shield that they used. It's what the Commonwealth used. They said the McAlberts, I mean, the O'Keefes are on our side. And everybody watching this assumed, well, if the victim's family's on the side of the Commonwealth, then this whole conspiracy must be bullshit. It must be bullshit. And whatever. Okay? So anyway, that's just how I feel. And it's like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. All right. So I don't know how I got started on this rant, but here we are. Anyway, back to the messages. People say, why? Okay. Why do people, Pinky, I'm picking on you here, but why do people need her to play a damsel's shirt? They don't. Okay. I accepted the flaws. She was on trial for murder. It's easy to Monday morning court. Just share my opinion. I love Turtle Boy. Well, thank you very much. I love you too, Pinky. But that's the problem. You are different, Pinky. I'm talking about the general public at large. Okay. That's what they wanted. The people who you follow this story religiously, like I do, probably, if you're watching my program right now, my presentation. But not everybody does. There's a lot of casual viewers and they see that. And that's what they want. You know, I hate to say it, but that's what they fucking want. They want to feel sorry for her. And fuck you if you don't like it. That's the truth. That's what they wanted from Karen Reed. They don't want a boss bitch. They don't want that. They want the damsel in distress. That's what they fucking wanted. And like in the courtroom, and they wanted, even if it's fake, they wanted tears. They wanted like crying in the courtroom. I mean, Peggy O'Keefe won that first jury over, but with her bullshit fucking fake tears in court. And Karen Reed in the first trial made a lot more faces than she did in the second trial. Right. And that was the biggest obstacle she had to overcome, her facial reactions in court and whatnot. It was the biggest thing that she had to overcome was herself. All right. And that's unfortunately what they wanted. You heard the jurors afterwards. That's what they said. One juror was tossed because she was making comments about it. She was making comments about the juror. She was making comments about Karen Reed's face to another juror. And she got tossed for it. That's what they were thinking. And they're the ones who decide her fucking future. That matters. That fucking matters. But anyway, you're crazy. The O'Keefes had all made up their mind that day. Why'd they make up their mind that day, Justice for All? Why'd they make up their mind that day? What did Paul O'Keefe say? I've interviewed Paul O'Keefe. Paul O'Keefe said that he knows Karen Reed's guilty because she left the house that day. That's his reasoning. It's retarded, but she came across to Paul O'Keefe on that day as insensitive and cold, and he never forgave her for it. And she came across to Carl Dougal the same way. And again, I have fucking Jennifer McCabe's messages. I have all her text messages that you guys haven't seen from January 29th to February 2nd, 2022. I know every single person she talked to at every single fucking minute. Every single one of them. I've seen shit that none of you fucking people have. I know that this goes deeper. That the work that Jennifer McCabe put in during those 3 days fucking is the reason that Karen Reed was charged. Okay? Because she fucking worked the room. And the longer Karen Reed cut herself off from these people, the more they came together as a group and talked shit about her. You haven't seen the messages. And like what Jennifer McCabe was saying to people. Okay, this is all under seal. I can't even fucking show you these. But she worked that fucking room, baby. She knew exactly what she knew how important it was to have the O'Keefes on her side. And if Karen Reed, I'm telling you, Carl Dougal wanted to believe Karen Reed was innocent. He wanted to believe it. He did. He didn't want to believe that she's met their kids. She's been to their fucking house. They've hung out socially. Carl Dougal didn't want to believe that Karen Reed did this. Paul O'Keefe didn't want to believe that Karen Reed did this. But when she cut herself off from them and when she refused to talk to them, all that did was allow them to come together as a group and just be like, Karen's acting strange. Karen's lawyering up. Karen's got a private investigator. Karen's acting suspiciously. Karen left the fucking house. Karen hugged the children and left and said she's never going to see him again. And they all start talking shit. That's what it was. It was a group of people talking shit. And the only person who's not there to defend herself and share her side of the story was Karen Reed. Okay? She was the only person who wasn't there to share her side of the story because she voluntarily cut herself off from them. And Jennifer McCabe did not. Jennifer McCabe went out of her way to insert herself into their lives. She did. Okay? And like, maybe it's a little naive. I firmly believe that John O'Keefe knew about the Brian Higgins text messages. There's no fucking way he didn't know. He knew about that shit. What, dude, I'm telling you, during the first trial, they glossed over that waterfall video. And mad respect and props to my homie G, JFK, and James Jackson, because they turned their program into a gigantic waterfall rerun video. Like every fucking episode, they just went over the fucking waterfall video. And that was barely discussed at the trial. What did they talk about in the waterfall trial at the first video? I mean, at the first trial, what did they talk about with the waterfall video? Oh, right. How much Karen was drinking. That's what they focused on, was she's drinking and Chris Albert left at this time. And how many minutes did that give him to get to his house? And these people left at this time and whatever. They glossed over the fact. I mean, this is fucking crazy when you think about it. That video is so important because it's the last time you see John O'Keefe alive, number one. Okay. And it's the fact John O'Keefe is in a room with the people who murdered him. And even if you think Karen Reed did it, or if you think the McAlberts did it, no one can deny that the people responsible for killing John O'Keefe are in that fucking room. That video should have been analyzed a million fucking times. And I never fucking did. And Microdots and JFK and James Jackson, they analyzed the fuck out of that video in ways that I never did. And they were like, I didn't even know. I literally didn't notice it in the first trial. And when you think about how crazy that is, that Brian Higgins had to be held back. This fucking drunken warthog who let's face it, we weren't even talking about Higgins before the first trial. I mean, what did Jill Daniels say? What about Higgins? How come we're not talking about him? And she's right. We never talked about it. We knew Higgins was there. We always talk about Colin Albert and Brian Albert. We never talk about Higgins. And Higgins is on video being held back by Chris and Brian Albert and yelling at John O'Keefe. And what's John O'Keefe doing in that video? Dancing around, mocking him. You want some of this, motherfucker? You want some of this? You fat piece of shit? That's what that video was. Like, he was like, that video was so telling. Like, that should have been a much bigger fucking deal. And they rightfully made Higgins the bad guy in trial 2. Now, that doesn't exonerate the McAlberts, because so think about this. Karen Reed has been flirting with Brian Higgins. All right. And, he thinks this is going somewhere. He thinks he's going to bang her. And what does he think of John O'Keefe? I mean, they're not good friends. They've met each other a couple times, taken a picture together at the Hilly, but they're not like best friends, right? And what does he think of John O'Keefe? He's not treating his girl right? That's the impression you get if you're Brian Higgins. Is this guy's got a good thing here. He's not treating his girl right. It ain't right. Now, that's not a motive for murder at all, but it's a motive for not liking someone, right? It's a motive for issues. And if you're John O'Keefe, right, and you know about that, that's a fucking bigger reason not to like him. Like, bro, you kissed me in my fucking house? You kissed, what? You've been flirting with my girl? What, motherfucker? And then she ghosted. Okay. And he texted her at the bar. He texted her at 11:30 and said, well, while she was standing next to her fucking boyfriend. How do you know she doesn't have the fucking phone out? And the Higgins text comes up. If you're John O'Keefe and you're sitting next to your girlfriend and you just see in the corner of your eye that Brian Higgins is texting your girlfriend and he's right over fucking there, there's only one reason to do that. She could just come up and talk to her. Why isn't he coming over here and talking to her if he wants to? Why is he sending her a text? Because it's secretive. Because it's fucking secretive. She's drunk. John's drunker. Higgins is drunker. And she drops him off at a fucking house. Knowing that he's about to walk into a fucking house where there is a drunken warthog, right? Who 30 minutes prior had to be fucking held back from charging at him. And she knows that motherfucker's in the house. And she drops her boyfriend off there and he walks in the fucking house. I mean, bro, that's not a motive for murder, but it's certainly a motive for a fight on both their parts. Quite frankly, John O'Keefe had much more of a reason to fight him than vice versa. For all we know, John started the fight. That's also an option. People are like, oh, he got ambushed. They beat the shit out of him in there. Or John O'Keefe started the fight. There's a chance John O'Keefe started the fucking fight with Brian, because it started with Brian Higgins. I'm certain of that. And we know Brian Albert's involved because of Chloe. That's the only. Chloe ain't defending Brian Higgins. Chloe's going to defend Brian Albert, though, and Brian Albert's going to defend Brian Higgins. And Brian Albert's definitely going to defend Colin Albert, who they have made a concerted effort to let us know was not in the house. Oh, right. Except he called Aaron Beatty at 12:33, a phone call that has never, ever been explained and did not come up at trial at all. So who did that? Who did that? I don't know. So when you, you think about it, you're like, dude, she was naive. She was naive. I mean, dropping him off there, it just, hitting him with the car is the most fucking retarded thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. Obviously that didn't happen. We know that, but it was an act. It's just so simple. It's so simple when you think about it. He walks in that house. He's got beef with Higgins. A fucking fight starts, right? And he falls and hits his head at the wrong angle. That's it. You fall and you hit your head. Bro, Damar Hamlin almost fucking died on a football field. Why? Because he got hit at the wrong angle. That's it. If you, so much, it's some 1 in a million shit, but some shit can happen. Like, that's it. You hit your head at the wrong angle, you're toast. And it can happen to anyone. And that's what happened. Now they're like, fuck, we got a dead cop on our hands. They knew within a minute that he was not going to live. Like, he is not living. And that's when they went into save ourselves mode. Like, we have to do something about this. And there's a reason that Colin Albert called Aaron Beatty at 12:33. Not 12:31 or 12:29, 12:33. Why? Because Karen Reed was gone by then. That was Operation Get Colin the fuck out of here. That's it. Period. Anyway, back to the Turtle Chats. Tina sends $25 and goes, I'm 73, living in Florida, and decided this week that I'm flying out to Boston for your event. And I hope to meet you as the VIP tickets were sold out. I am looking forward to seeing you and Jimmy, and I know you will succeed in beating all the charges. Just keep being your brilliant self and have faith in your attorneys and your supporters to get you through this. Yeah, I hope I get to meet all 1,000 people to come, whatever. I really do. I don't know if that's going to be feasible, but I love you guys. I love every single one of you people. And I really, really hope. I love meeting Turtle Riders just as much as, it's an honor to meet you people. So there's that. Next up. Wait, hold on. We know that's not really what happened with Damar Hamlin. What else happened? Are you saying the vaccine? One of those people said the vaccine did it. And by the way, Damar Hamlin sucks at football. Like, he's the worst safety in the NFL. He's fucking horrible. He's horrible. But he's gonna have an elongated NFL career because everybody feels bad for him. That's a fact. Damar Hamlin's NFL career is gonna last much longer than it should because everyone feels bad for him. That's it. Thanks. Next, Jennifer sends $20 and goes, Dr. Turtle, please read this message. Dear Simon, I miss my farmer. Park your tractor and take a break with me. We can watch a couple episodes of The Night of Love. Jen. Love, Jen. Okay. Someone's fucking on a tractor, I guess. Okay. Sounds great. Thanks, Jen. Susie sends $10 and goes, you're an exceptional company. Julian Assange finally was freed after 14 years. Gonzalo Lira, RIP, never made it out Ukraine alive. Both fearless truth seekers and exposures of corruption. I hope I don't go to jail like Julian Assange did. But I don't think that's going to happen. But thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Is he better than Jabril Peppers? Yeah, because Jabril Peppers can stop the run. And, and he's also bigger. I mean, Damar is small. He's not even big, All right, next. Susie Potato sends, I read that one. Joy sends $5 and goes, Turtle Boy, watch Billy Bush. He had Peter Murphy on after the Howie Carr interview. He said he heard about the Karen Reed case and thought she was guilty. His neighbor said, watch this guy named Turtle Boy and you will think different. That's how he and the world found out about this case. You and only you should have been given a shout out by Karen Reed. Just my opinion. Again, all I'm saying about that is I'm just happy that Howie Carr finally got the credit he deserved for, relentlessly looking into this case and investigating it and putting himself in danger of being arrested as a result of it. Because Howie has sacrificed a lot for this, and I'm really happy for him that he finally got the credit he deserved. So thank you. Jill sends $50 and says, this is long. I don't know if I can read this whole thing. I didn't believe Alan on your show when he said that every word coming out of Karen's mouth was planned or calculated. No way. At the end of Howie's stupid book commercial, I felt like he gave her an opportunity to shout you out. I thought that she'd thank you because this innocent person we fought for because of you seemed like she had manners. Instead, she seemed totally unprepared and came off cringy. Men, women, and children. What the fuck? I was literally yelling, Karen, what are you doing? She ended with her signature, you know what you did, and the nasty look on her face, which makes her unlikable to many people. I thought, Karen, why aren't you capitalizing on your win, not antagonizing Turtle Boy supporters? We want you and Karen to come across united. Exact. That sentence I agree with. I hope Alan gets her a PR coach so she quits coming off like this ASAP. Her public image needs work. Again, people are entitled to their own opinions. That's not my... You put money in the machine, I say it. You know, but that's it. But again, I don't you know, I don't what was I gonna say about this? Oh yeah. The sentence I agree with there was that we want you and Karen to come across as united. That's it. So, you know, this is just, I mean, this Jill person who gave that dono there. That's just what she thought. You know, that's just what she thought. And I want people to like Karen Reed. I do. I want people to like her. And so I didn't say a fucking word about it. And it broke my heart because I'm like, I want people to like her. I want us to be a united front. That's it. So thank you. Next, Madeline sends $25 and goes, hi, Turtle Boy. Will there be a big screen at the Wilbur over you guys if we are in the back? Yeah. Oh, of like us. Oh, I see what you're saying. Good question. Can't wait. It's going to be an amazing night. That's a good question. Let me talk to them about it. So thank you. We'll look into that. And I hope you're there. I look forward to meeting you. Sherry sends $5 and goes, don't chance Lindsay showing up to cause you more problems. Get security. Well, she ain't a problem. She can't afford to go to this. Wilbur don't take food stamps, you know. Your EBT card is going to be declined if you try to do that. So there's that. Thank you. Next. The Turtle, sends $20, goes, good evening, Doc. This show is going to be something for the ages. It'll be great to see so many awesome people in the same place. I don't know that they were going to roast you, though. Is there any way I could pay for VIP access, or should I email you for more details? Again, the VIP sold out, so it is what it is. So thank you very much. Charlie, the mansplaining dictard, sends $10 and goes, did you hear that Olivia Lambeau popped into the defense diary chat during Jeff's testimony and hit everyone with Haas Long to get over Wendi Adelson? Fucking hilarious. Yes. I didn't see that she commented there, but I love Olivia. She's a fucking awesome person and a great organizer. Sue sends, and researcher as well. Sue sends $10 and goes, listen, Turtle, we all know you have the secret information on Karen, so why don't you spill it all? I'm sick of you being so coy. Will you just say it like it is, please? So I believe that's sarcastic. Again, there's nothing to tell. I 1000% believe she's innocent. I wouldn't have wasted my time on this fucking story if I weren't firmly. And it felt great to watch her get acquitted. I feel like we all won, I was happy for her. I was happy for David Unetti. I was happy for Rebecca and Alan Jackson. I was happy for her parents. I was happy for everyone. And we all were. So it was great to see. So thank you. Next. Callie sends $25 and says, print this out. Okay, Callie. Susie Lapasado sends $5 and goes, do you know if we will ever see the text message from Jennifer McCabe telling that girl to put a dick in her mouth? They didn't put that in writing. They told her that to her face, apparently. So there's that. Karen Furzako Mimi K sends $25 and goes, please have the ladies from Canada get a hold of me. I have 2 tickets in VIP. Well, I don't know how they can do that. You have to be more specific. So I appreciate that, Karen. Specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove sends out $10 and goes, I hope you won't be doing T-Rex arms anytime soon. Thanks for having me on your presentation. Well, my pleasure, Kazi. And you're not going to like this megamotion. It's creating a lot of extra work for you, my dude. Your job just got a lot harder. So thanks for that. Whitney sends, Whitney Sticker. She won the giveaway. Sends $25 and goes, Doctor, I'm so excited and appreciative of the opportunity and tickets. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Thank you for all the laughs and looking forward to more. You guys are the best. Thank you, Whitney. And I'm so happy that you will be joining us at the Wilbur Theater. Okay. Let me read a couple turtle chats here, then we'll get to some other stuff. Chad sends $10 and goes, good evening from Las Vegas. Good evening to you too, Chad. Jennifer sends $5 and goes, shout out to my boyfriend, Jimmy. Love, Jenny. And she says, my boyfriend and I watch you all the time. Free Turtle Boy. Absolutely. Sounds like a good guy. Marianne sends $25 and goes, I can drive better than most men. Print this. Okay, Marianne, I believe you. Melissa sends $5 and goes, toot toot. Okay, thanks, Melissa. Alicia sends $20 and goes, listen here, Turtle. Love you. Well, I appreciate that. Carly sends $5 and goes, bearded Bradle. And then a bunch of wet drops. Ooh, keep it in your pants there, Carly. I appreciate that. Okay. If anyone else wants their messages read, click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy, and we can do it that way. All right. So, holy shit, it's almost 11:30. Well, that was fast. So, dude, I'm the only guy that can do it. If you were to tell somebody, like, what did you watch tonight? What was this Turtle Boy show all about? Well, let me tell you. So we watched this guy sit in front of a green screen and talk by himself for 2.5 hours. And that's it. That's the whole show. That's the uniqueness of my show. I don't have guests. You know, we had Jimmy on for 5 minutes. I guess that counts. You know, maybe I should have guests. Do you guys think I should have guests? I mean, that's the uniqueness of my show, is that you're all entertained by me just sitting up here fucking yapping away, and I have no script. I have no plan. It's literally a show about nothing. Okay. And like, I haven't showed any clips. You know what I had on, if you were to tune into this, what's the show to be about tonight? What did I say the show was about? Karen Reed updates, Adelson trial, Bryan Fahey arrested. Well, we did one of those, you know, and we're 2.5 hours in, and, you know, I could read the whole Adelson trial. Yeah. I could show you all the clips from that, but it's not the same. And there's not the same level of interest in it. And that goes across the board with everyone. Look at Lawyer You Know's. He's covering this. Emily Baker's covering this. They're all covering this shit. And none of them are getting the views that they got with Karen Reed. None of them. So that's interesting. It's just like, I just think that nothing will ever compare to the Karen Reed trial. Nothing. So, and I don't even know what trial is coming up that's going to compare to this. Like, what's the interesting trial coming up where you're like, well, this could be interesting. I mean, Corey Richards is going to be bad. They're all going to be fucking bad. They're all going to be like defendant guilty, going to be convicted, going to spend the rest of their life in jail. That's it. So people like no guests, and it is good to have a guest to like bounce shit off of, I guess. But, you know, it is what it is. But okay. So you guys might have noticed, like last month, I did a brief little stream about a guy by the name of Sean Paul Reyes, who is a YouTube, what they call a First Amendment auditor. And he goes around who have gotten a bad rap because a lot of First Amendment auditors are douchebags. But goes around just filming public officials or whatever and sees whether or not they will attempt to violate his First Amendment rights. And if they do, he's got it on film. and he's professional about it. Like he knows the law. He seems like a nice guy. And let me see. What's the Sean Paul Reyes? Long Island Odds. So if you guys didn't see this, I'll show you this again real quick. $946,000.
All of you who joined.
Okay. So he goes and he's got this. This is Sean, and he's got or Sean Paul. Sean or Sean Paul, whatever he goes by. Okay. He's got he's got this beef with this cop named Bryan Fahey. He's a goddamn Connecticut state trooper. And he's got a history with this guy, and he's dug into him, and he finds out that Fahey has been collecting like $75,000 in overtime, and it doesn't add up how he's had the ability to work that many hours or whatever. So he goes to the dude's home, like I've done before, and attempts to ask him a question. There is no trespassing signs in his Groton, Connecticut home, and so you're allowed to go and knock on someone's door, and he does. And of course, this is what happens. I'm going to replay this.
A Ring camera said.
Can I help you?
Hey, Sergeant Fahey, how are you?
You can get off my property.
Nope, there is no posted sign. There's no problem. Do you have any? Let's go. Do you have any comments on the allegations that you are? I am moving. Do you have any comment on the allegations that you are receiving?
So he
couldn't even get the question out.
So he tells him to leave, and immediately he starts backpedaling and doing as he's told and leaving. He just wants to ask him a question on a matter of public concern, and he does. And so they start leaving.
Ladies and gentlemen, he was so angry, couldn't even get the question out.
So he's walking away.
He says that there's no trespassing signs. Let's see.
It's over.
Let's see if there's no trespassing.
So it's over. He has left. There is no dispute anymore. It's over, right? The guy is leaving his property. And then this happens.
What a coward. He are currently being recorded. I film this guy. You're crazy. What do you think I'm doing?
So
you
he has gone and gotten a gun. And he is now, while this guy is actively leaving, he tracks him down holding a gun and yelling at him. So there's only one person escalating here. This is unhinged behavior.
You have a weapon in your hand? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't have any weapons. I'm a journalist. What do you think I'm doing, you psychopath? What do you think I'm doing?
He's like going so fast. It's like he's leaving and he's running after him.
Get off my property right now.
What do you think?
Get off my property right now.
I'm off your property.
This is my property.
Well, do you see me not
all the way
moving?
to the cul-de-sac?
Calm down.
Get off my fucking property.
Get that gun out of your hand.
You can't. Again, he's getting up in his face. I would not turn around. I am not turning my back on an armed man who is this unhinged. I am not turning my back on him. He's walking backwards, and he gets up in his face like this, and only one of these people has a gun. And he's holding the trigger.
Fucking property.
Get that gun
I'm a goddamn Connecticut state trooper.
I don't care who you are.
Trespassing
I don't care who you are.
Fucking
I don't
property.
care who you
Get
are.
off my fucking
I don't
property.
care who you are.
Right now.
He spit on his face. There's the spit.
Fucking
I don't
property.
care who you are.
Right now.
You spit in my
Get off
face.
My property
You're
right
going
now.
to jail now.
Get
Look
off
at
my
this.
property
Look
right
at this. He spit in my
Get off my
face.
property.
You
You're
you're
right
going
in my
to jail.
face. I'm spitting as I'm talking to you.
No, you spit
Get
in
off
my
my
face.
property
You spit in
right
my face.
now.
You spit in my face.
Get off my
You're going
property
to jail.
right now.
I'm going.
Get off my property.
I've been going.
Right
Since the
now.
moment you told me.
Get off
That's
my
not how
property.
criminal trespass
Right
works.
now.
Psycho.
Get
You're
off
a
my
psycho,
property
bro.
right
Look at
now.
And by the way, this guy is looking for any reason to shoot him. I have no doubt in my mind. He is just looking for a reason to shoot him. That's what he wants to do. Like, he's like, if Sean Paul Reyes touches him, he does anything, he's going to fucking shoot him. I have no doubt in my mind he's going to fucking shoot him. This is extremely dangerous. And he's like, I mean, this is much worse than spitting, in my opinion. This is like assault. I don't know what it is, but bro, this could have ended very badly. And I think because he knows, like he said, I'm a goddamn Connecticut state trooper. I can do it. That's how he feels. I'm not just a Connecticut state trooper. I'm a goddamn Connecticut state trooper. You don't fuck with me. I have a fucking gun, motherfucker. He's doing this while he knows he's being taped. He doesn't care.
In his hand. This guy's
Goddamn right.
crazy.
I'm a Connecticut State
I don't
Trooper.
care what shit who you are.
Trespassing on my property.
That doesn't matter.
You
You can't break
threatened
the
to
law.
kill me.
I didn't-
You threatened to
You
kill
lied.
me online.
Right. No,
Get
I
off
did
my
not.
fucking
You're a
property
liar.
right
You
now.
are a liar.
Right now.
Look, see the
Get off my
billboard
property.
truck? It's all being recorded.
I don't care.
It's all being. I
Get
know you
off
don't
my
care
property
because you don't face any
right now.
consequences.
Get
You
off
don't
my
face any
property
consequences.
right now.
Don't
This is
spit in
the
my
biggest
face.
mistake you ever
No,
made.
no, it's not.
This
It's
is
the biggest mistake
you
you
ever
ever
made.
made. No,
Get
it's
off
not.
my property right now.
It's not the biggest mistake
Get
I
off
ever
my
made.
property right
It's
now.
not the biggest mistake.
Get
Because
off
if you
my
spit in my face,
I
you
didn't spit in your face.
You
I
disgusting.
was spitting on you.
Yeah.
Why I'm yelling at you to get off my
Yeah.
property right
Get
now.
off. I'm off your property. Now what? Now what? Look at the gun in his hand.
That's right, I have a gun in my hand. I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper.
I don't care.
You threatened to kill me
No,
online.
I did
So
not.
I'm protecting myself
No,
and my
I did.
family.
No, I did
my
not.
Don't
God.
ever fucking come back to my house again.
No problem. I'll stand right here with my billboard truck.
You go right ahead. Go right
No
ahead.
problem.
I don't
You spit
care.
in my face, you're
Don't
going to
ever
jail.
come back to
You're
my
going to jail.
fucking house
You're
again.
going to jail.
Don't ever
You're
come
going
back to
jail.
my house
It's okay
again.
for you to assault people and break people's property, but I can't ask questions about
You're a
your
fucking
overtime,
liar.
about
You're
your
a
overtime,
fucking liar.
$75,000
More than
for a
that,
desk job.
More than
More than that, right? More than that. I'm gonna go. What a crazy psychopath. He spit in my face.
Yeah. So, and then the cops come, they roll up. He tells them everything that happens. He shows them a tape. And then at the end of the day, this is what one of the cops tells them.
Hey, sir, how are you? So is there any updates on, because obviously I want to press charges for him spitting in my face that I showed the sergeant here on camera. So what's going to happen with that?
So we went through the assault statute specifically, and there's nothing that specifically states that spitting on somebody is an assault unless it caused you physical pain. The only thing that assault fits is physical pain. And that's under the exception of if you spit on an officer, then that is when bodily fluids become involved.
So he could spit on me in my face.
So this is a similar dynamic. This is a town cop, right? This is like the Lank, and this is a state cop living in their town. So this isn't even the same police. The state police are not protecting Fahey. The Groton police, who are unattached to the Connecticut State Police, are protecting him. And that's the thin blue line bullshit. They're just like, he's a cop. We are going to treat him differently. And they actually tell him that. So we're not arresting him for spitting on you.
In my mouth. And that's not against the law?
Circumstances.
No,
saying
the
that
spit hurt.
doesn't really fit the assault charge.
So what happened if I spit on you?
Well, then you would get arrested because I'm an officer. You can't spit on an officer because in the assault on an officer charge, bodily fluids are included.
Like that. I mean, I've never heard anything so absurd in my life. Literally saying in Connecticut, cops can spit on you, but you can't spit on cops. That was the official policy of the Connecticut State Police. He ends up getting arrested. Okay. Minutes later, they arrest him and his fucking cameraman. And they charge him with fucking trespass. I forgot what they charged him with. Some bullshit. And anyway, I'm like, since then, Fahey has retired. But not only that, he has been arrested. He was arrested yesterday, which I am shocked by. I did not think that would happen. So, oh God, one of these stupid websites, not paying for this shit. Bro. What happened to... I'll read the patch. That's free. The now retired state trooper involved in a confrontation with a YouTuber last month is facing a criminal charge, according to the town of Groton police. Bryan Fahey of Groton was arrested Friday and charged with disorderly conduct. The arrest is tied to a July 11th incident. YouTuber Sean Paul Reyes and his cameraman showed up at Fahey's home while he was off duty. The arrest is related to allegations that Fahey spat on Reyes during the interaction. Reyes, from New York, is behind the channel Long Island Audit and has publicly criticized Fahey regarding overtime pay. Him and his cameraman, Tahim Glover of Selden, New York, arrived at the home with a box truck playing video footage of a prior interaction between the parties, according to the police report. The video shows him in front of the box truck's enormous screen outside the home's driveway. He walks up to the home, rings the doorbell, blah, 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 blah. He comes out shouting at him. The investigation revealed that during the confrontation between Fahey and the two men who were filming on his property, Fahey allegedly spat in the face of one of the men. Reyes and Glover were charged with second-degree breach of peace, first-degree criminal trespass, and voyeurism. That's right, voyeurism with malice. Reyes and Fahey had previous history, including a confrontation in 21 when Reyes claimed he was unlawfully detained by state police for filming at Bradley International Airport. He was also posted a video depicting a prior run-in with him at state police headquarters in 2023. He was suspended from his duties as a trooper following the incident. He retired. He turned himself into the police on Friday, and it was released in a court set promise to appear for arraignment at Danielson. He's going to be at Danielson Superior Court, huh? Danielson's not far from me. Where's Danielson's in Booney, Connecticut, right? It is in oh yeah, that's not far at all. That's like south of Putnam. All right, maybe I'll go to that. It's in Brooklyn, Connecticut. Killingly. It's part of Killingly. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's a good. I mean, I'm surprised. I don't know if I don't know what happened. I don't know if it changed. I don't know if it was the spot. Like, it just shows that like the spotlight. That video is indefensible. And it's just fucking crazy that, and I don't know, I haven't been following as much since then, so I don't know what's been going on, selectmen meetings and shit like that. I know that Sean Paul Reyes has gone down there and is going at the mayor or some shit like that. I have not been following it that much, but you know, no. So, all right, cool. I'm going to have some competition with what? There's no competition here. He has a lawsuit from the first time he assaulted him. That's right. All right, cool. Let me read some more turtle chats then. So again, minor victory, but the fact that the police charged another police with anything is a big deal. It is. And so congratulations to Sean Paul for getting that done. All right, let me read some turtle chats if we have any. Deuce sends $20 and goes, R.I.P. Clay card. Well, thanks, Deuce. Wanya sends $10 and goes, hey, Dr. Turtleboy, call me crazy, but I wanted you to check out the waterfall video again. It looks like Brian Higgins was wearing a light-colored slip-on canvas Vans shoes in it, but appears he's wearing a black-colored Nike walking shoes in the Canton police video. Please tell me what you think. Peace. JFK, get on that, dude. Have you analyzed it? I'm sure JFK has. I'll see what JFK says, and then I'll get back to you. Thank you. Next up, Suzanne sends $10, goes, Meredith's Twitter post today made me cry happy tears. She is a shining star, and so are you. Free Turtle Boy. Well, thank you very much, Suzanne. Diana sends $10 and goes, hashtag Turtle Boy gets you laid. My boyfriend Colt watched his first show and sent in his first turtle chat last Saturday. He now watches every show with me to get laid. Thanks, Turtle. I love it. Don't give it up, ladies. Don't give it up. If your man's not watching Turtle Boy, he don't get no nookie. That's a good rule of thumb. Good rule of thumb. Yeah, so thank you for that one. Okay, cool. It's like people like he didn't take the story. Nobody owns the story. Nobody owns the story, you know. Everyone's allowed to talk about the fucking story. But it is what it is. So thank you. And yeah, I mean, I took an interest in that. And I mean, I'm the trendsetter, you know, and that's the fact of the matter. If I cover something, all that, then the other channels are going to take an interest in it. It is what it is, you know. Everyone's allowed to cover the story if they want to. I don't own it. It's like I'm happy that the Karen Reed got out there because so many people talked about it, you know. Sure, I was the first guy to and kind of the OG of it all, but I don't own the fucking story, you know, and I'm not threatened by anybody else covering a story. It's never been my thing. Okay, next up. Oh, hence my laughing emojis. That's what you're saying. Got jokes. Okay. Got a couple cash apps here to bang out. Nicole sends $5 and goes, what happened to the Bradley interview? Oh, we had a scheduling conflict and just didn't happen. I've had a bunch of people reach out to me and were like, some people, have you guys watched? I don't know if you guys have watched the Amy Bradley schedule. A lot of people like telling me that like, oh, she definitely killed herself. Some have suggested they're in on it. She never left the room, this and that. I don't fucking know. I'm not. I watched the, and I know documentaries can be very one-sided. I mean, that documentary definitely made it seem like Amy Bradley's still alive. So there's that. You know, how was the game with the kids? Fucking awesome. Even though they lost to the Pirates, which is embarrassing. It was just fun. You never forget your first trip to Fenway, you know, and Fenway sucks. It's the worst ballpark in America. It's horrible that they have to go to such a shitty fucking piece of shit stadium like Fenway Park. Some people love Fenway Park. It's nostalgia. But nostalgia. The seats, there isn't a fucking seat in that ballpark that's actually facing the game. Like I had good seats. We were in like the 6th row, and every fucking seat you got to watch. You're like turning this way the whole fucking game. The game should be in front of you. Every other stadium angles their seats so it's actually facing the field of play. The stadium's 1,000 years old. It's a piece of shit. The concourse is the smallest ever. It's so narrow in there, you know. Fenway sucks, and I'm so sick of these nostalgia Fenway people that are like, oh, you know, exactly. Oh, Fenway. Oh, exactly. Some people go, Fenway does not suck because you ain't never been to a nice stadium. Go to Camden Yards. Go to Arlington, Texas. Go to fucking. I mean, I've been to a lot of stadiums. Go to Seattle. Go to Detroit. I mean, every fucking team. Go to the new Yankee Stadium. Every team has a nice ballpark except for us. There's only one other team that has an old ballpark. That's the Cubs. And I've been to Wrigley. Wrigley's much more comfortable than Fenway is. Much more. It's better. It's a superior ballpark. It sucks. Right? And the second worst stadium is Dodger Stadium. I've been to Dodger Stadium too. That sucks. I don't know how the Dodgers have all this money, and that they got to be the next team to get a new stadium because that stadium sucks too, right? But besides that, I think Camden Yards was built when I was a kid, and after that, everybody started getting new ballparks. After that, everyone, and it's great. It's great. Everybody gets a new fucking stadium except for us. And it's like, I'll never forget my first trip to Fenway. It's nostalgic and history and blah, 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 blah. It's a horrible experience watching you can't really enjoy it, you know, but you know, my kids had a great time and, you know, they're getting into it. You know, we went to Dick's, we got our stuff. My son had Trevor Story's his favorite player now, and her favorite player is Roman Anthony. And we were so close to Roman Anthony. We was right fucking there. 21-year-old, you know, and he caught a ball that almost went in the stands. We were right there. That was cool. Trevor Story was the best player today, and it was really cool. So it was a really cool experience at Fenway Park. And but I just wish there was a nicer stadium is all. But anyway. Next. Oh, we met Wally the Green Monster. We met him too. We took pictures with him. So anyway, next up. Oh, no. Was there a turtle chat? Yeah. Barry sends 24.90 and says, continue to pray for Boston Mikey, free Aidan. Yes. Boston Mike, we love you, brother. You're in our prayers always, my dude. We love you, man. Thank you. Any other ones here? Yeah, a couple. Casey sends $10 and says, Dr. Turtleboy, you're the man. I'm buying my tickets all the way from Austin, Texas right now. Well, thank you, Casey. That's really cool. Thank you. Rosaline sends $10, goes, Dr. Crowd Daddy. And I hope to meet you, Casey. Great show tonight. Just one comment. Did anyone get Joel STS vibe when watching Howie's show promoting the new book? Yeah, I think so. That's all I kept thinking about. Both of them. Buy my book. Love you. XOXOXO. But Howie did a better job promoting it because he got Cameron Reed on his show, you know? But anyway, I'm over that. I'm focusing on the future, man. Focusing on the Wilbur show, focusing on whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm over it. I got all you people. That's all I care about. All you fine people. All right, cool. Anyone else got anything else to say? Yeah, the Oakland A's at a shit stadium too, but they're moving. They're going to have a nice one in Vegas when they get there. Anyone else got anything to say? Don't be mad. Your stadium is ugly as fuck. Can't help it, Restless Mom. Can't help it. Howie came on the Young Jerks for 5 minutes and promoted his book. Yeah. Can you cover the Aaron? When does the Aaron Spencer trial start? I'd love to cover that. What do you think of the Patriots' new rival jerseys? Unpopular opinion. I love them. It got a lot of negative blowback, the new Patriots jerseys. I like it. I dig it. Not like an everyday one, but I'll tell you one thing. As long as they never bring back those fucking horrendous jerseys that they wore in the 90s that were like the in-between ones, the Drew Bledsoe ones, the one you associate with Drew Bledsoe and Terry Glenn, those ones, they can't ever bring, those ones suck. And Curtis Martin, and I don't ever want to see those ones again. The Pete Carroll fucking ones. I don't want to ever see those ones. Talk about Donna and Sean. Now I talked about Sean, and then we talked about Donna a decent amount during this. Oh, you're talking about the Dodger, yeah. Dodger Stadium is garbage. Yeah, Oakland's got nothing. They lost the Raiders, the Athletics, and the Warriors used to be in Oakland, and now they're in San Francisco. So poor Oakland. Aaron Spencer was continued to January. Okay, thank you for that. And no, I never got paid for that podcast. I got to talk to a lawyer about that. Thanks for the reminder. You know, the Pats game, no, I'm not taking the kids to a Pats game yet because they're not ready for that. Pats game is a different experience. Pats game is drunk. I mean, you got to go to the parking lot and tailgate all day. I mean, that's what the Pats are all about, is tailgate and all. They're not ready for that. It's not a kid thing. I don't take kids to football games. All the rest of them I'll take them to. They're not ready for the Patriots yet. Yeah, I'll definitely be covering the Brian Walsh trial. I don't know if I'll be in the courtroom, but I'll definitely be covering it. I mean, Terry Glenn is still one of my favorite Patriots of all time. One of the best receivers I've ever seen. It's too bad he had personality issues. RIP, by the way, Terry Glenn. But you know, one of the funnest wide receivers to watch. I mean, arguably, besides maybe Randy Moss, Julian Edelman, and Wes Welker, he might have been the best receiver I've seen in a Patriots uniform. So there's that. Okay, how about the new Patriots cheerleader? Okay, and a lot of people are seeing this. It's like, I said it before, and I'll say it again with the male cheerleader things. I'm like, who is this for? That's what I want to know. Like, who was like, you know what? We need male cheerleaders. Like, I don't give a fuck. I feel like people want the male cheerleaders just to be like, yeah, we're progressive. This is what we want. It's like, bro, nobody wants that shit. Like, I don't get who they're trying to sell over with that shit. Like, there is zero market for that. Like, I'm sorry. I want fucking hot women cheerleaders. Call me massage therapist. Call me whatever. Who can dance and do all that shit. And I want the cowgirls. You know, like that's what people want. There's no market for that shit. I see it at the Celtics game too, and I'm like, whatever. It doesn't bother me. I'm not like, oh, I'm never watching you again because of this shit. But I'm watching it, and I'm like, stop trying to force shit on this that nobody wants to fucking see. Ain't nobody want to see that shit. I'm sorry. There's no market for that. None. male cheerleaders at like college football games and shit, cool, because they're like fucking big dudes who throw them up and like they're a big, you know what I mean? But not the dancers. There's no market for that shit. Like no market for that shit. That's my thoughts on that. Who are they trying to fucking impress? That's what I want to know. Who are you trying to buy fucking tickets like with that shit? You know, I don't give a fuck if that offends you either. And yeah, go Irish tomorrow night. Pats are not the only team that tailgate. I'm aware of that, dumbass. I'm talking about NFL in general. NFL games. They're not ready for NFL games. Thank you. I didn't know that. And like Fenway has no tailgate. The Celtics have no tailgate. Like you just go there and watch the game. So it's different, you know? Will I cover Karen's civil trial on 9/24? I have a hearing on 9/24. But yeah, I will be covering that. He is pretty fat. I'll give you that. She was good. Yeah. Remember Bill Parcells called Terry Glenn she? Yikes. He was fucking good, though. She was really good. Do I have court in Jersey on the 8th? I know nothing about this. I have not been served with anything. So I don't know anything about court in Jersey about anything. All right. No, cheering is a sport. My daughter does it. I mean, it's competitive. I have criticisms of it. There needs to be a scoreboard. That's my biggest issue with every sport has a scoreboard. There should be a scoreboard. You don't know who's winning. That's my biggest beef with cheering competitions is I go to them and I don't know who's fucking winning. Who's winning? Is my daughter's team winning? I don't know. And then I see him perform. I'm like, is that good? Is that bad? Am I supposed to hope the other team falls? Is that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like it's similar with figure skating, right? Like or gymnastics, you perform and then you immediately get a fucking score. With cheering, they do their whole routine. And I'm like, what's the score? You know what? It's fucked up. Oh, I take that back. Troy Brown is better than Terry Glenn. That's right. Troy Brown is the greatest. He's my favorite Patriot of all time, and no one will ever come close to Troy Brown in my heart. Troy Brown is my favorite Patriot of all time. Fucking dude, played offense, defense, caught everything that came his way. Shifty little bastard. He was the man. Love Troy Brown. Like, there's no women out there that are like watching male cheerleaders and like, oh yeah, I need that. That's hot. I like looking at that. No, like, whereas like everybody wants pretty girls out there fucking dancing, and they want to do it too. So what the fuck's the problem? Do you think Notre Dame will do well this year? I hope so. It's all about the quarterback. You know, I liked Riley Leonard. He got us where we needed to get last year. CJ Carr, grandson of Michigan coach Lloyd Carr. So we'll see. We'll see. It's all about him. All right. I'm just going to fast forward to the end of the comments. Okay. Yeah. And no more than two competitions. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Like there's two teams. My daughter's going against one other team. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? All right. Anyway, I am going to call it a night then, but I love all you fine people. And actually, let me just one more. I'm going to refresh the turtle chats so I don't miss anything here. One more. Jody Lloyd sends $50. I'm glad I caught that. And she says, Turtle Boy, keep up the great fight. We got your back every step of the way. And I think that's a great way to end it. I appreciate that, Jody. And I'm going to keep fighting. And we're just getting started exposing these people, man. Megamotion coming out soon. Stay tuned, guys. And go Irish tomorrow night. And we'll see you guys all for the next episode of Turtle Boy Live on Tuesday night. All right? Peace, Turtle Riders. And brush your teeth.
It calls for